Hey, RNG. You filling in for Hazel this week was a lifesaver. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
I have some demands that have to be met before I will fill in on this show.
Oh, not this
Even
show,
if Hazel is here or anything, I have some demands that you have to meet.
I can't wait to hear
Would you like to hear them? All right. First one is, you must acknowledge that me and Fudd started this podcast before each show that I'm on, or Fudd is on. Number 2, I need a 6-pack of Angry Orchard. Number 3, I need a limo to take me to the recording studio and needs to be at a temperature of 68 degrees. 4, there's at least a retainer fee of like $100 to be on your show. And number 5, I need a 5-minute stinger about how important the weather is and why both host and guests should tell Fudd.
That it?
That's it.
I think I can live with that. But what about?
Nope.
But what about?
Nope.
But what if I have a question about?
Nope.
All right, let's do this.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today, and welcome to episode 157 of Guardian Downcast, a Destiny podcast. You love to play the game Destiny 2, then you've come to the right place. We're a couple of gamer dads that have played Destiny since that day one release back in 2014, and we're just as passionate about it today as we were back then. We not only seek the stories of Destiny content creators, but we're a podcast that gives a voice to the stories of our Destiny players out there. And who knows? Maybe you will see yourself in one of these guests. We also discuss key topics and news within the game and community. And we're the show that asks, how's everybody doing tonight? Simple enough, right? I'm your host, the Gator. And my co-host Hazel is on vacation, sipping some fancy cocktails. I'm betting my money's on sake tonight. He's somewhere up in the Northwest, enjoying that beautiful 60-degree weather up there that he keeps bragging about in our Discord. But I asked a longtime friend of mine to help me drive the bus tonight. He's one of our OG members of our community, and he helps keep a welcoming eye on our Discord. He's that other uncle, you know, that one at the family get-togethers that just gets you. Well, anyway. And he's pulling double duty tonight as guest and co-host. He said, I'll do it, but it's got to be live. So here we are, another live show. God help me. Dot my I's, cross my T's. Okay, there we go. It's RNGGator. How you been, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, man. Good. Very good, man. I'm excited. We got a lot to talk about tonight. So, by the way, if you guys want to hear our initial interview with our Mr. RNGGator here, you can go all the way back to episode 26, Water Shot Out of My Baritone from January of 2020. In fact, I am posting the link in our chat in case you guys want to grab it and listen to it at your leisure. There it is. Yeah, we were pretty green back then. Been a while. All right. Here's what we have lined up on the show tonight. First, we want to hear what RNG's been up to. We'll catch up on our Destiny woes for the week, and also maybe shed some light on the new Solstice event. There's been a little confusion. That's an understatement. But now that it's live for at least the next 2 weeks, once this podcast comes out, we'll kind of try to explain a little bit better tonight. We're going to go over this week at Bungie, the TWAB, for the 9th week of Season of the Haunted. Then we're going to go through and answer your questions from our SpeakPipe and Discord server. We have a discussion topic that we got from our Discord members here that we're going to talk about tonight. And then we're going to add some songs. It's a live show, so anything goes. So let's roll.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what pics our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles! Well, Mr. RNGGator, what has been going on, man? It's been way too long, man. How long has it been since you've been on the show? Do you remember?
Episode 126. It was about A-list. That's all I know.
Oh, AMC A-list.
AMC A-list.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. All right. So, Gator, what has been going on since you've been here last, man? What's going on in your life? Catch us up, man. How's things going?
It has been freaking crazy. My wife had rotator cuff surgery, so she's out of work for at least 2 months. I think it's been a month since she had the surgery, so I think she's got another week that she has to wear the sling.
Oh, man.
And she can finally come out of that. The good thing out of it is I've had the bed all to myself because she can't sleep in the bed. She's been sleeping in the recliner.
She has to sleep. She can't sleep on her side, can she?
Right, because she's in that sling.
Oh,
she can't sleep in the bed.
That sucks.
She's sleeping in one of our big recliners. It's like a bed, but It's still not. It's not a bed. So,
wow.
Other than that, work's been crazy. Good days, bad days. Other than that, my son got his first job this week. Finally got somebody to call him back. He got his first job.
Nice.
He was in an accident, but it wasn't his fault. It was the other person's, and his truck's fine. Their car had more damage than his F-150 did.
Wow.
So, other than that, no, it's just been crazy. No camping because wife can't go camping.
That's right. Oh, my God. After that last incident where your tires blew out on the way home. Oh, shit.
No, I haven't had that. I had to have my roof and air conditioner replaced on my camper.
I've had the worst luck with RVs, dude. Tires suck.
Air conditioner went out on a trip, and we had to have that replaced. And then my roof had some damage from storm, and luckily I got a claim and got it all back. Nice. I got all the money back. So for my air conditioner, and got the roof replaced. So,
God, my dad has a used RV, one of those big giant ones. Not the toy haulers, not the toy haulers, but the big long, the ones that have the engine and everything in them. Not the trailers,
the RV.
Yeah, exactly, an RV. And it's been nothing but a money pit. But the problem is, if you want to go buy a new one, you better have $200,000-$300,000. That's ridiculous.
If you're buying something like that, yeah.
Well, that's what my dad wants. He wants a pusher, He wants the big diesel motor in the back. But man, there's no way I'd spend that much money on an RV. I see the ads all the time here in Florida because that's where all the old people live, and that's all they're thinking about is traveling. And they'll say, "Hey, we got it on sale, only $250,000." I'm like, "Whoa, $250,000 for something that's going to break down? No thanks."
I mean, it's a home. People have to realize you got to take care of them just like you do a car.
Dude, how much house well, never mind. I was going to say, how much house you can buy for $250,000? That's not a whole lot of house these days. God,
not with inflation.
That's hard to believe, man. It's hard to believe. How about gaming? What have you been doing at gaming this week?
Destiny. Tried my hand out at Solstice. I've been playing Gang Beast. I've been playing that with some friends. Downloaded a new game, As Dusk Falls.
What's that about?
Which one? As Dusk Falls or Gang Beast?
Both of them, actually.
Gang Beast is just pretty much battle royal, fight out each other. You have there's like no gravity to your body. Your arms just swing around, try to throw each other off of places. It's just a fun, see who's last man standing type deal.
Okay.
So I'm with Hammer Crasher. I hate the game, but I love playing it.
Is it kind of a new? Is it a new battle royale, or has it been around for a while?
It's new, but it's not like a battle royale you drop in. It's just you start in like a wrestling ring on one. You start on a billboard on one, and you have to climb around, try to eliminate, and shit happens. And
right,
yeah, controls can be a pain in the butt. So, but it's still fun. It's kind of like it's up there with like the Stumble Guys, Fall Guys, up in that area.
Right.
So
what's this other game?
I downloaded it last night. It's called As Dusk Falls. It's a Game Pass game. It's like a story, almost like looking like a comic book. They don't move; they kind of shift frame to frame, and you have to quick make decisions, quick time stuff. You know, it's a whole story of a family moving to Missouri,
Right?
and something happens on the way, and they get caught in a hotel with people trying to have them hostage because they're running away from something they did earlier in the game. So
Yeah.
yes, it's a pretty fun game. And Power Wash Simulator, I played it.
Everybody keeps talking about this game.
I was watching the new Resident Evil TV
yeah.
show, and I watched it when it was easy to play that and watch the game at the same time.
That's on Netflix, right? I think.
Yeah,
someone was telling me.
it is. It's not bad. I enjoyed it.
Dude, I got so much on my list right now. I'm watching Murders in the Building, I think it's called. I'm on season 2 now. And at first, when I first saw that episode, I was like, it's okay. It's kind of flat, but it actually gets going. And the writing actually gets pretty, I don't know, the fact that Steve Martin lives by himself and it kind of gets into the individual lives of each of the people, So it's kind of
I've never watched that show. I know what you're talking about.
I want to watch though, but Steve Martin and Martin Short, they just have a chemistry, man. It just is magic. And Selena Gomez, she's kind of a dud to me. I mean, I know a lot of people grew up with Selena Gomez and their shows in Disney, or was it Nick at Night or whatever? I can't remember.
It was Disney. It was Disney. Wizards at Waverly Place.
Right. And she just has such a flat, monotone voice when she talks. I'm like, is that her character? Or is she supposed to be like, like talking like this and no emotion? And I don't know if that's her character or what, but I'm like, where does she fit in on this story? Because I know where she fits in. Obviously, she's part of the plot, but I don't know. I thought that was kind of a dud on that. But hey, did you see Thor: Love and Thunder?
Yeah, I saw it last weekend.
What'd you think? Wait a minute. I'm looking at our chat tonight. I'm making sure Dez is in here because I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, he's not in here. Okay,
I haven't seen him yet. So.
Spoiler alert, Dez. What'd you think, man? What'd you think of it?
It was a good Thor movie. To me, it still wasn't my favorite. I would rank Ragnarok above it.
I thought
it could be. I would put it below Ragnarok. I mean, it has good things and it's bad, but yeah.
My favorite part of Ragnarok was when he was going against the Hulk.
The Hulk.
And the Hulk was hilarious. Yeah. I mean, he stole the show, man. And he was, I don't know. Anyway, I saw it. I watched Ragnarok right before I went and saw it at the theater. So I kind of, got a refresher on what was going on. And I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. It was entertaining. And for what it is, it's not a serious superhero movie. It kind of laughs at itself a little bit. I thought it was really entertaining, though.
That was my problem. I think it took itself too funny. I would rather to have had a more serious Thor.
Yeah, I get that too. Anyway, I know, I think Sen and Kingsley mentioned it on their show this week. I was just curious if you had, or last week, I was curious if you had seen it.
Yeah, I had $20 in AMC bucks, so I got like 4 tickets for the price of 2. So,
well, my wife and I went to the movies, Wednesday night. We saw that new, Gabby Giffords documentary about her when she got shot in the skull, and it was her journey when she tried to, my God, that woman was a vegetable, and I can't believe.
Oh, that lady. Okay.
I saw it on the news show somewhere on TV, and I said, what the hell? I'm seeing it for free. So we went ahead and drove up there and watched that. It was good. It was good. It was kind of what I expected, but tomorrow night, nope. I cannot wait to see this movie.
Yeah, I want to see it. Somebody wanted us to go see it tonight, and I was like, nah, I'm not after. I'd rather go on a Saturday and see it, but yeah. I do want to see it. I'll probably wait till next weekend or something.
Dude, I'm all about the alien movies. I love that stuff. You name it, I'm there, man. I mean, that's why I like any kind of, even the new Star Wars stuff. I just give it to me. I like watching all the Star Wars stuff. I like watching all kinds of science fiction stuff. I love it. I just eat it up. But anyway, so you said you were playing some Destiny. You trying this new Solstice out?
I tried it Tuesday and Wednesday. I haven't played it since, but
Okay.
I'll probably jump back into it and try it again. It just seems a little overly grindy for me. It's just Solstice has never been one of my favorite events to do.
I've always enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite events, actually. It's
even
more favorite than the Halloween event.
I'm not digging the armor this year, even with the glows on it. I'm not digging the armor. I've got the last 2 years. I would rather wear those than I would this year.
The glows are, I don't know. At least the armor is different this year. I kind of like, even between the different characters, it's different. I'm doing all three on the Solstice this time around. And, all right. I've been playing a lot of Solstice, and I know those of you in our chat tonight are probably diehard Destiny players, and you're probably like, Gator, we already know this. But for those of you out there who are thinking about jumping into Solstice, let me just break it down very simply for you here. All you got to do, number one, go talk to Grandma Eva at the tower. She'll give you an engram. Make sure you have slots available in your armor, your armor inventory on your character. You'll get 5 pieces of Solstice armor. Great, right? Grab all the bounties. Yes, Hazel. Grab all the bounties. Buy the repeatables for 3K each. You get 10 bright dust each for them, and they're so dang easy to complete. Gather that bright dust up. Follow the prompts on the quest tab. You'll get 4 silver leaves from Eva to get started. You have to go to the EAZ, the Bonfire Bash event, one time just to unlock, because you've got that event card now that pops up. But if you notice, before you go to the EAZ, everything's hidden and it's blocked out. So you have to go to the EAZ, the Bonfire Bash event. Got to go there first. And then once you do that, you go back and talk to Eva. And then because you completed the Bonfire Bash the first time, you get your first event challenge complete, which once you click that, unlocks the rest of the card. So you'll know exactly what you need to do to unlock everything to get the seal, to get the what do they call it? The tickets for the upgraded card. And by the way,
if you get the tickets from the challenges, they don't mean shit unless you purchase the upgraded card.
And I'll be honest, it's not
that's dumb.
I'll be honest. Once I upgraded the card, I had 1,000 silver laying around from something.
For what?
Else
Well, I mean, you did it for a hot dog emote, a skateboard, a ship that looks like a sparrow that's ugly as hell.
Yeah.
A ghost that I would not wear.
Well, you get that cool ass skateboard emote. That is a great emote.
So you pay 1,000 silver for
Well, think about it.
Just skateboard emote. I mean, I get it's an exotic emote.
I get you.
I get it.
I'm following you. Believe me, this is what I'm thinking too. But if you look at the Eververse, if you want to buy, if it's featured, if you want to buy an exotic emote, it's about $10. It's about 1,000 glimmer. So you're getting at least what? I don't know. I'm going to guess and say 8 to 10 things here on this event card. So, you're getting 8 things for the price of 1, really. So I think it's worth it. But if you don't like anything you see there, I mean, I love that skateboarding emote. I'm going to be wearing that a lot. Just brings me back to my early days when I was a kid. But anyway, once you unlock that challenge card, claim the reward. You'll get your first kindling. Whatever you do not go farming silver leaves. Don't do it. I know everyone's saying, "Hey, go run the investigation mission on the." No, don't do it.
You can't do that now. They fixed it.
Well, even if the reason I say don't do it is because you need to get all your gear ranked up first. This event is really good for farming really, really high stat gear. You can get triple 100 setups with this gear. But if you go farm silver leaves and you're not working on the challenges in that event card, that's what you need to do. For each character, you got to do this, by the way. So I know it's a grind. It's grindy as hell. But instead of going to worry about farming silver leaves, go focus on completing the challenges. And I'm going to give you an example of what I did here. And it's super easy to get a really good head start on stuff. Once you get the kindling, by the way, you got to get it on each helmet, chest, and gauntlets and boots. The mark doesn't matter. The class emblem. Damn it. The class
item.
Class item. Thank you. Words are hard. That doesn't matter. You can't really do anything to that. But your other 4 pieces are what you're trying to get those high stat rolls on. So what you do is you keep adding kindling, 1 armor piece at a time, and the second to last slot, if you look at your Solstice armor, there's a lot of slots. The second to last slot of your Solstice armor is where you apply your kindling. You have to do it 3 times. And then once you do that, you have to upgrade the glowing embers. That's the last slot of it. And then you go back and forth. You unlock the kindling, you unlock the glowing embers, you unlock the kindling again, the large kindling this time, and then you go back to the embers. I know, it's a total pain in the ass. I don't understand why they did it this way. But you got to do it. If you want to rank up your gear, it's what you got to do. Go back to Eva. She'll give you more leaves once you do that. Now, here's what I do. To get a really good head start on all these event challenges, here's what I do. The first thing I do on my challenges is a challenge called Pyromania. You got to kill stuff with your solar class and abilities. You have firepower, kill stuff with heavy weapons. You have shotgun Solstice, in other words, kills with your shotty, and hand lighter, which is hand cannon kills. So in other words, if you put a kinetic hand cannon on, an energy shotty, and a heavy weapon, I like swords and LMGs, by the way. You can get a lot of kills for what you get ammo-wise. All of this while doing the Solstice Jubilee, which is basically public events. And while doing public events, work on Lamplighter. That's the patrol one. All the remaining challenges you have to do after that will be all activities. So whatever you want to do after doing all of those event challenges, once you get all those complete, then you got to go do your activities. You got to go do your strikes, your nightfalls, all that fun stuff that I do not want to do, but I have to if I want to get this armor ranked up. It's that simple. Keep in mind, a couple things you need to know. This silver ash that you convert your leaves to when you go to the bonfire, there's a cap of 500. And the silver leaves that you get doing all these public events and stuff, by the way, I did patrols, they fixed it. Usually about every 2 patrols, you'll get 1 silver leaf. And you get 3 to 4 silver leaves for doing the public events on any of the planets. And if you do a heroic public event, you'll get 4 instead of 3. It's that simple. So if you do that, all of those challenges in that order, or do all at once while you're doing all that, you're going to get usually almost half of all your challenges done on that card. You're already well on your way to ranking up everything you need to rank up. But remember, once you get 100 silver leaves from doing these events, you got to go to Bonfire Bash, because they mentioned in the TWAB this week, if you have 100 leaves, as you're earning more leaves, they're not going to count. But beyond that, you're going to be stuck at 100. So you got to go every 100 that you have leaves. You got to go to Bonfire Bash, then convert them to ash, the silver ash. Remember, the cap on that is 500. So once you reach 500 of the silver ash, you got to start unlocking your armor. And you do that by applying your kindling, which you get from the challenges.
Don't forget your ghost mod.
Oh, of course. I'm going to mention that. As you begin to accumulate the kindling and you start adding the kindling, then the silver ash to the embers, you'll get glowing tier 3 armor, which allows you to pick a guaranteed plus 20 perk of that type for armor. In other words, use your ghost mod that guarantees you at least a plus 10 to a certain armor perk. But remember, I found this out the hard way. It does not add to the plus 20 that you're getting from farming that armor. So you're not going to get plus 30, in other words. So put the plus 10 on something else you like. Say, for instance, you want plus 20 on your mobility and do plus 10 on your resilience, because those are the 2 things I value the most when playing Crucible. One is for strafe speed and jump height, and the other one is for, obviously, flinch and resistance to how much damage you can take. So that's how you need to do it. It sounds like a lot of work, but I'm telling you, all you have to do is do this for each character on your account. It's not account wide, but keep in mind the Flamekeeper seal is account wide. So even if you're working on all 3 characters, like all different times, you're still getting the credit towards the title. That's the important thing. This is an especially good event, especially for those of you who haven't really gotten into builds or don't have high stat armor. And if you have one piece of armor that say you really need good stats on, you just can't seem to get a good drop for it, you can fully upgrade just that piece of Solstice gear. Say your gauntlets are crap and you really need it to fill out a double 100 or a triple 100 setup or build on your armor. Just work on the gauntlets. Just upgrade that piece of gauntlet armor and you can still get those drops and you can still farm it for that plus 20. And then, of course, there's a new shotgun. Well, not a new shotgun, but there's a shotgun and a 120 hand cannon to boot when the loot drops from the EXE.
There's something new.
Yeah, I mean, and I tried that hand cannon. It's pretty peppy. It's a 120. It's a 120. I know I'm not a hand cannon user, but I was actually enjoying it because one of the, like I said, one of the challenges, you got to get so many kills with a hand cannon and shotgun, and that's the 2 things they give you. So,
and yeah, you could do this, or you could just go run Master Nightfalls and get shit that matters.
Don't you Don't you?
I'm just saying, there's so much more I could do there's so much more in this game I could do besides Solstice. This event sucks.
But
they made this event.
But here.
Because it's free to play. Think about it. It's free to play.
Yes.
They made this for people to come in who want to try the game out. Right. If you came in as a new person and did this,
you imagine
I would fucking uninstall the game and get my money back.
Why I was trying to explain it. This is the way to do it. I mean, it's real simple to do.
And here's my thing: the bounties. Yes. What's the point in doing the bounties unless you just need XP and bright dust? That's all they give you.
That's true. Farming bright dust.
They don't. I mean, you're wasting glimmer to buy bounties.
It's not
to get 10 bright dust a bounty. I mean, if you need the bright dust, by all means.
But there's repeatable bounties on on a lot of other things too that cost 3,000. So it depends if you're that kind of person who wants to get the bright dust. Then, but here, okay, one important point. I'm glad you mentioned that because this event actually, I don't know if people realize this, but you basically have mobility, resilience, and recovery. Those are your top 3 perks on an armor piece. But then you have the bottom 3. That's your discipline for grenades. You've got intellect for super, how quickly your supers come back, and then you have strength for how quickly your powered melees come back, right? Well, I don't know if anyone knows this. Well, of course you guys know this. But for those who don't know this, when you get a god roll on armor, you only get a plus 20 in either the top or the bottom, but you can get plus 20 perks on both the top or both the bottom. That means you can only get a double 100 roll. And if you're using like Radiant Light mod or Powerful Friends mods on your, which Powerful Friends will give you plus 20 mobility if you have it equipped, and Radiant Light will give you plus 20 for strength. You can easily get a double 100 stat roll. But if you do it this way, you can actually pretty easily get a triple 100 stat armor. You can't do it anywhere else but in this event. So for even the hardcore players out here who are putting armor builds together, you might want to do the grind. I'm going to do the grind because I want some triple 100 stat armor. But anyway, I know it sounds complicated as hell, but believe me, I went through this last night in my head to try to explain it the best way I could. But I've been playing a ton of Solstice, and this is what is working for me. You may have a different method that works for you, but this is what's working for me. And for those of you out here who are trying the game and not really have a lot of experience with putting mods and builds together, this might be worth it to you as well. So even if you just get the 2 100 slat, type stats on your armor. Anything else, Gator, on the Solstice? I know I didn't want to speak too long on that part. I know.
Speak too long. I fell asleep.
All right. I understand. But
I've got your solution for playing Solstice. Go play another game. You got that backlog? Catch the fuck up on it. It's a great time. Go hang out with your family. Go on vacation. Trust me, it'll be there when you get back.
What am I doing with my life, man?
Yes, I'll agree with Hammer Crasher. There is not enough enemies in the Bonfire Bash. I literally was playing with 2 blueberries. By the time I could get to where I needed to kill the thing, they were all dead. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to stand here and do nothing.
I've got a solution for that. I play all Bonfire Bashes solo, by the way. All of them. And I get about
just fucking play it the way you're supposed to.
No. All right. Anyway, I play it solo though. Hey, Hammer, if you need a tip on how to play it solo, just DM me, man. I'll tell you what to do. All right.
Don't worry, Hazel. I got your rage for you.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not even paying attention to chat. If you're pinging me,
I am.
Now, don't. By the way,
they're not pinging you. They're pinging me. They know you're not paying attention.
I want to give everybody a shout out that's in the chat tonight because man, we got a lot of people that showed up tonight. We got Cato Valermus, we got Hammer Crasher, we got Mohafo, we got Drafty. I mean, who? We got Brittany, Team Brittany.
Is Drafty still awake?
Yes.
That's a question.
Drafty's, yeah, I think he seemed pretty perky.
Don't fade on me, Drafty. Don't you quit.
Come on, Drafty. You got this, man. You got this. We got Mr. Prime here tonight. We got Mr. Salt here tonight. We got All Thumbs. What's going on, Ron? We got Scarlet KM. We got Mr. Send Media. We got Mr. McKingsley, or Kingsley Mac, and some other dude. some other redheaded dude in here. I don't know. But anyway.
If I hadn't had the podcast tonight, I'd have drove to the Outer Banks to go party with Sin. But, I made a commitment here. So.
All right. Well, we had an idea here before we move on to the TWAB. So we need to go over the TWAB. It's not a big giant TWAB. It won't be too difficult tonight, guys. And I did read it, Hazel. I know you're listening. I did read it twice. But Mr. Hawkslayer had a great idea. And I don't know. I thought it was kind of a good idea. He said, why don't you guys do something called Two Truths and a Fellwinter's Lie? The game Two Truths and a Lie. Savathun's been pulling that crap on us in the Throne World? Why don't we do this tonight? What do you think, man? You got Two Truths and a Lie out there you can throw out?
Sure, I'll have to pop out of the watching the chat for a little bit, but sure.
I mean, it's just ways people can maybe know more.
No, that's fine.
I'll play. You know what? I'll play with you too. But you go first.
Right.
Two Truths and a Fellwinter's Lie.
Here are my three.
Okay.
The first one is when I was a young kid, I shot my neighbor's camper, little pop-up camper with a gun, BB gun, caused damage to it, and my parents had to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
What's
your second one?
I'm an only child.
Okay.
Number 3, I dated my wife for 6 months before I proposed to her.
6 months. Okay. What do you think, chat? What do you guys think? Which one's a lie? I'm just curious here what the chat says. Everyone's saying 2, 3, 1. Hazel says 1. Scarlet Cam, all thumbs say 2.
Or Kingsley, you got to pick one. Don't work that way.
You got to pick 1, Kingsley. Come on, not 1 through 3.
Drafty's right. It's 6 or 0.
6 or 0.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
No, Kingsley, still, you've got to pick 1, not 1,
Numbers
2, 3.
Numbers are hard, Drafty. It's not 9. We're not doing math. This isn't multipliers. All right. Let us know.
Which one do you?
Me? Okay. I'm going to say.
Which one do you think it is?
I'm going to say. I'm going to say you're lying that you're an only child. Number 2.
Kingsley wants me to say it again.
I wasn't paying attention. Can you say it again?
No, because Stacy didn't hear.
Oh,
I didn't know she was listening.
She's a number cruncher, man. You got to watch. She's smart. She's very smart. It is obviously number 4, Drafty.
Yep. It is number 2. I'm not an only child. I have a brother.
I might have cheated because you told me that a long time ago. All right.
Oh.
Here we go. 2 truths and
wow,
Fellwinter's Lie.
So you remembered something I told you? You can't remember what you did yesterday. I remember
stuff with my friends. Hell yeah. I might have guessed. Anyway. All right, here we go. 2 truths and a Fellwinter's Lie. Okay, here is my first one. My wife and I bungee jumped off a bridge in Orlando when we first got married. I once asked a neighbor for some apples that my mom needed for a pie. This is number 2. But instead, I used them to play bobbing apples with my friends. And number 3, I drove a NASCAR around Daytona Speedway at 165 miles an hour.
Well, I know number 3 is the truth.
Number 1, my wife and I...
It's either 1 or 2, chat.
My wife and I bungee jumped off a bridge in Orlando when we first got married. Number 2 is I asked a neighbor for some apples that my mom needed for a pie, but instead used them to play bobbing for apples with my friends. And number 3, I drove a NASCAR around Daytona Speedway at 165 miles an hour.
So who was the girl that you were playing bobbing apples with for number 2?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer Crasher, you're a smart MFer.
Oh, it's 1. I'm going with 1.
That's a smart MFer right there because there aren't many tall bridges in Orlando. No, there is one over the St. Johns River heading to on I-4 heading to Jacksonville. So I could have done it there, but there's no way in hell they're letting people jump off that bridge with a bungee jump. That's the lie.
You made it too easy. You made it too easy for me. At least
wife,
go back and scroll up in the chat. Look how many people guessed all 3 of them on mine. You go look at yours. Everybody said 1 right off the bat. Come on, man. Lame.
My wife, for the record, my wife does want to do a bungee jump. I'm like, no way in hell.
Not now. You're too old.
No, I said once the kids are grown up and they're out of school, then you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
Was it invented back then?
It was invented back then. It was very... We got married in
back
the 90s.
in my day.
We got married in the 90s. Bungee jumping was all the rage back then, man. Come on. All right. Thanks, RNG. Good catching up, man. And that means it's time for this week at Bungie. Hey Guardians, just a quick reminder that we now have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel and I invite you all to be a part of it.
If you're looking to find a clan, now would be a great time to jump in and get to know some of these great gamers you've heard. We're not hardcore or anything like that. Enjoying what time you have for Destiny is all we ask.
So, if you're looking for a clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 Clan, where you can find a link. Otherwise, look for Guardian Downcast Pod, and the link will be in the show notes of this podcast. Right down there.
So, I lied before when I said that we don't ask anything of you, because we actually do. We ask that you do join our Discord first, so we can communicate clan stuff to you, like clan podcasts and clan nights, and just random shite like that. Besides that, you can lurk all you like.
So join us. All right. This week at Bungie, Hazel. Bad habit. 9th week of Season of the Haunted. But before we do that, RNG, did you have something you wanted to announce for us?
Yes, I do. After talking with Gator and and Hazel and the round table in our Discord, I have an announcement to make. There is a reason I have been given 2 people in the community hell this week. That would be Miss Brittany and Mr. Hades. The reason I've been giving them hell is because after today, once Gator makes the change, I can't do that to them anymore. Only Hazel and Gator can. So we're going to add them to the mod group.
Congratulations, Brittany and Hades. You guys,
Hazel, don't act surprised.
Yeah, really. We talked about it. We were Hazel and I were so impressed with both of you guys when you came on our show that you guys are always in our Discord, welcoming new people that come into our Discord. So we talked it over with all the mods. Everyone said, "Great, let's do it." Something we didn't rush into. We all talked about it and thought about it, and congratulations, guys. And I figured your friendly uncle moderator should do the announcement officially tonight. So congrats, guys.
Oh, I have a new title now.
Oh, new title.
Oh. Yeah, Dark Lord of the Mods.
I saw that today. Congratulations, everybody. In fact, Brittany, since you're here in our chat tonight, I will go ahead and make it official right now.
Hades, get shit on.
We'll be in touch, bud. There you go, Brittany. Welcome to the team.
Poor Hades being over the pond. He gets screwed over all the time.
It's so weird seeing Brittany in the community moderation. And you'll also notice that you now have access to the round table, which is where all the mods talk. It's where we discuss things in the Discord. And if there's someone causing trouble, we can take care of it. So congrats, guys. Congrats.
And I can't change your name now, Brittany, so you have to take off your own name now. I can't touch it anymore.
Hey, looks good on her. It does. All right. Moving on. All right. Thanks, guys. Congrats again. Hades, we'll get you set up tomorrow, buddy. All right. 9th week of Season of the Haunted. The latest TWAB is out, and the biggest thing I can mention this week is Bungie surprises this week. They actually announced a Destiny 2 showcase, which, God, please let there be a Vidoc in. I love their Vidocs. They are so good. It just gets me pumped up for Bungie every time I see, what they're doing behind the scenes, and they talk about their game and their, what they're going to be doing, and I'm excited. The official date is August 23rd. They said they would announce more as it gets closer, but August 23rd, 2022, Put it on your calendar. They're not going to tell you anything about it. They did give you a slight little 50-second teaser, but it's probably stuff we already know already, but it's a good little teaser. So check that out. Moving on here.
It's about the showcase.
Yeah, the showcase. Yeah.
It's pretty much going to be about Lightfall is what I'm assuming it's going to be about. And probably tell us about the next season because it's, the day of the next season or when the next season starts?
Yeah.
I think if you look at it.
I don't know if they're going to – they said that the next few TWABs up to the 23rd, they're not going to have anything talking about the showcase or anything about the future of the seasons.
And that's fine. Do that.
Yeah,
I'm fine
because
with that.
it's probably going to be somewhere in the showcase, I'm guessing. So, yeah.
Just tell me Wrath of the Machine's coming back, and I'm all good.
Hell yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. That's one of my favorite strikes. Damn it. One of my favorite raids. So, yeah, that was a great raid. Doing it on hard mode, too, was fun. Okay, also, we want to mention that one of the changes they're making for Season 18, not this season. Hold your horses. It's next season. Basically, in a nutshell, they're raising that good old gunsmith reputation, which I'm like, finally. You know how much stuff I dismantle, and I'm still trying to finish level, 16? Where I can get my Ascendant Alloy and my golf ball? Yeah, I'm not there yet. And they said that basically they wanted to make sure that everyone was able to get at least one reset before the season was over with. So what they did numbers-wise is the gunsmith bounties, the daily ones, will now grant 50 gunsmith rep instead of 25. That's, I think if I'm doing my math correctly, that's twice as much. And you can get basically 200 gunsmith rep each day if you're doing it on all your characters. And this is how you get those, those cores. Anyway, because I didn't say anything about currencies other than that crappy silver stuff we got to deal with. But like I said, make sure you drop in the tower every morning, pick up those bounties because they're going to give double the rep now. They said also that when you dismantle legendary or exotic weapons, that now you're going to get a +5 to rep instead of 3. I still think that's not enough, but all right, I'll take it, I guess. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. So, but like I said, overall, they want to make sure everyone has a chance to reset their gunsmith reputation, bar, table, whatever you want to call it, before the season ends. I don't know if some of you know this, but they actually have a seal pin for Solstice this year, and I got to admit, it looks pretty good. But I tell you what I'm eyeballing is that damn T-shirt. Because I'm a Florida fan, I love that orange T-shirt with the Solstice emblem in the middle of it. Looks really good. I'll probably be getting that. And to get that, you have to complete. Let's see.
I got to complete the title.
No. To get the pin, you have to get Flamekeeper, the seal. But in order to get the T-shirt, I'm looking here. It says you need to.
You need to complete the own rep pursuit series of Solstice before August 9th at 10 p.m. East.
Thank you.
Pacific.
Reading's hard.
10 a.m. Pacific, excuse me.
Hold on. I got my readers on now. Okay. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. That's pretty much the TWAB. Am I going to say shit's broken? Yeah, shit's broken. I'll do it for Hazel this week. But one thing that I did want to mention is they're going to have another hotfix this next Tuesday coming up, the 25th. 9:45 Pacific time, where Hazel is right now, or basically 12:45 God's time, Eastern time. You're going to be brought offline. It's just for 15 minutes. It's a usual patch that they usually do. At 1 p.m. normal reset, you'll be able to get back on, and that's when the hotfix will be rolling out. You're going to have to download that before you get back on, so keep that in mind. And then at 2 p.m. God's time, Destiny 2 will be done with their maintenance. They've been extending it lately because I think they just have a lot of stuff they're trying to fix. But another thing I want to mention about the Silver Ash that I mentioned earlier, players who complete the Bonfire Bash activity while holding a maximum stack of Silver Ash may still have their silver leaves converted, but not receive any more Silver Ash. So keep that in mind. When you max out at 500 on that Silver Ash, you got to upgrade it into your armor. So make sure you do that. Or don't, if you're going to go to Bonfire Bash, you're going to lose it. You're going to do it for nothing, in other words. If you want to see the art and all the cool creative stuff they've done, I can't really express that in an audio podcast. So just head to this week's TWAB and look in there, and they got some really cool stuff. They're even making fun of the Drifter here. Pretty cool.
You're missing a couple things.
Yeah,
remember, next week they're going to make a raid announcement.
Where was this? I swore I read the TWAB. Where?
Did you not? I swear to God,
where's the raid announcement? I don't see this.
You were on the Guardian Hub's live podcast last night.
I was at the tail end of it.
You were in it just as long as I was.
Don't start. The tail end. I didn't see it all. I might have been.
You weren't listening.
I might have been multitasking.
And also, don't forget, you have, if you signed up for emails, you get the vote.
Yes.
Eternity, Widow's Quarter, Rusted Land,
Hazel
which
would say,
also.
Come on, man.
No, you said you were done.
No,
you were done. Don't tell me
done. You're getting ahead of me, man.
You said, and you get an emblem for voting. If they get to 77,000 votes in the first 48 hours.
Yeah, they'll do it. There's a ton.
But no, the thing about the raid announcement wasn't into this. It was in another tweet.
Oh, okay. It was in a tweet. Okay, that's why I didn't catch it. Okay, they're going to do a raid announcement next week. They're going to announce the raid that they're bringing.
Whether you got us penciled in for our showcase next month, or you're just hammering out last-minute Nightmare Containments runs for the dope Reaper title, we're excited to share the future of Destiny and Bungie with you. As for next week, we'll be sharing a small look at what's changing in the PvP realm, as well as a different kind of save-the-date interest. We'll see you next Thursday, and they said something in another tweet about raid stuff.
Hazel, you better get your ass back here soon, because I really don't like doing TWABs. That's your job, man. Yeah. I gotta admit,
you just don't like reading. That's your problem.
I like reading. It's just my eyes hurt because I'm reading my readers.
If you love this game as much as you said, the TWAB wouldn't be a problem.
I do read it. I read it twice. No, the one thing I did want to see is someone made an actual giant axe for Iron Banner and a shield.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That was pretty cool. That was from Razor's Edge Raz, Mother of War Beasts. Man, that's a really great. That's really cool. Check that out. It's really cool. If you get a chance, jump in there. Yep. Make sure you vote. Let's see. You got to vote by what day here? Said it's in the first 48 hours. So what date is the voting? July 25th. That's basically at reset. So make sure you vote for either Eternity, Widow's Court, or Rusted Lands. I know which one I'm voting for. And if we get
not
70,
reset.
Not at reset, 25th?
Monday is 25th.
Oh, Monday. That's what I meant. Monday the 25th.
You said reset. Resets on Tuesday.
Right. I can edit that out. Monday the 25th. Thank you, Gator. Just going to mention that. Monday the 25th. Don't forget to vote for one of those 3 maps for the next trials. And I know which one I'm voting for. So, if they get 77,000 votes within the first 48 hours, everyone gets the emblem.
I'm going for Eternity so everybody can bitch.
No, it's not Eternity. I'll give you a hint. It's not Eternity. This
Rusted Lands.
This might have been a Destiny 1 map. I'll give you a hint. Okay. That's hippie.
Well,
I should go. And I did find the little pet picture. Yes, I found it. Hazel. All right. Thanks for the assist there, Gator. And let's move on. We're back.
Hey everyone, looking for some like-minded gamers to talk Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk with others about life for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, TV shows, and new music out there.
Well, wait. What about channels with New Year's resolutions or other goals? Oh, we also have a fitness section.
Well, you're also forgetting about channels with links to our clan, SpeakPipe, show music playlists, or even where to get a t-shirt, mousepad, coffee mug, condoms.
Man, you're forgetting about the podcast questions channel, where listeners can put in their questions for the show, and we'll play them live.
And our show feedback channel, where listeners can talk about past podcasts, and...
Just stop. Hasn't this shameless plug gone on long enough? Hey everyone, just look for the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes, wherever you get your podcast out there, or just visit guardiandowncast.com, where there's an invite link you can use anytime.
And later, Guardian.
Just stop it, man.
What?
Just lay off the caffeine, man.
It's definitely not caffeine. It's sake tonight.
All right. Well, this week, since it was the Gator show, thanks Gator again for coming on, man. We decided for topic of discussion this week that we would go to our Discord. I sent an announcement out in our Discord and I said, listen, guys, what do you guys want us to talk about in the world of Destiny this week? And we had several people DM me with some input. Thank you for that. And after me and RNGGator went over all of them, we decided to talk about this tonight. And it is from Mr. Mohafo. Thanks, Mr. Mohafo. Appreciate that, buddy. The topic of discussion, the whole PvP and PvE toxic argument where one side says the other side is too toxic. PvE players say those that play PvP are toxic all the time due to weapon balancing or some sandbox changes or whatever else goes on in the Crucible. The PvP players say that LFG experiences and how clan members act towards others in PvE scenarios are toxic. So in short, is the blame purely on one side or is it a mix of both? What are your experiences for or against any of these sides getting caught in a shitstorm? Also, is there any views on the community itself? Is it due to being burnt out, or is it the fact that the game has been around for 8 years or whatever, and people are just want to be angry for being angry? He did say that he caught a little bit of this on Twitter, and seeing that it's a recent kind of hot topic that we would talk about it tonight. So RNG decided that's what we're going to talk about tonight. RNG, how do you respond to that statement, sir?
Well, I mean, yes, you have toxic people in both sides. I mean, you got the people that want PvP to be competitive and just can't accept the fact that, in my opinion, Destiny is a PvE game. They tried to sprinkle PvP into it, and until they actually do something to it, to PvP, it's never going to be a competitive PvP game. It's just not. Yeah. They tried to do that whole esports thing. It's not going to be up there with Valorant, Fortnite, Apex. I mean, I watched the Apex Legends tournament that was in Raleigh a couple weeks ago with my friends and online, and now that was competitive. Destiny is not that. Not even close. So, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying one side's more toxic than the other, but I do feel like that the PvP community bitches enough that something in PvP is not right, and it gets screwed over in PvE because of PvP. I mean, they're doing better at that, but you know, I mean, the PvP side does bitch and things get changed on the PvE side. And I'm like, why? You know, I don't get it, y'all. If you don't like PvP, don't play it. I mean,
this has always been a dividing line since Destiny first came out, because when Destiny first came out, I had just come from the Call of Duty shitstorm that is. If anybody has played Call of Duty, it is. If anybody, I mean, I was literally entertained sometimes with all the shit talkers at the end of a match and all the comeback lines and all the insults. And sometimes you get stuff in there that was just so gross that you just mute the entire lobbies, you know. But I feel that when I first played Destiny, it was all PvE, man. I didn't want anything to do for a whole year. I didn't even look at PvP. I knew there was an Iron Banner going on. I saw those cool weapons and stuff, but I was like, nope, not going to get into that. Not going to go back to Call of Duty. I don't want to do it. I just want to sit here on the Cosmodrome and look out on the skyline and shoot and kill stuff and just do stuff on my pace, take my time and take in all the wind noises and all the ambient textures of the game and how realistic the worlds look. I was transported to that, man. And I sometimes I would just sit there on the Cosmodrome and just listen to the wind blowing and stuff. And it was real relaxing. And then, we got into strikes. Strikes were really fun to play in Destiny 1. And then finally it was the damn Thorn. I had to go get those damn void kills in Crucible. And man, I went into Crucible kicking and screaming in year 2 when the Thorn was available to us. I think that was when Dark Below came out. I think it was all those creepy hive weapons. So I think it was a Thorn.
I don't know.
And I was like, man, and back then you had to get the void kills, but anytime you got killed, it took away from your void kills. It was so damn frustrating, man. I remember I would use like a fusion rifle, a void fusion rifle or something to get the void kills. And I would get my KD above 1 where I was actually making progress toward the bounty. And then I'd have a game next time that would fall around the next lobby. and I would get slaughtered. And then I look at my my quest. I think that's what they call it back then. And it went down. I was like, this is bullshit. I can't take this anymore. But once I tell you the one thing, and I gotta praise Bungie for this. The one thing I love about them is they kind of, it's love-hate with me. They kind of nudge you to try stuff other than what you usually play in the game. I know. Hazel's just fuming right now. He's like, you talked about you don't want to do GMs and all this stuff. Yes, I realize they make you play GMs if you want to, get those materials we talked about in the past episodes. But they, because I had to do that Thorn bounty a long time ago, I actually started getting the hang of PvP, and I was garbage. I was hit or miss with me when I played. And I'm trying to remember if there was lobby chat. I don't think there was. I think you were protected from any lobby, flaming and stuff like that. But once you started getting some friends and you started playing every night, PvP actually got really fun. And if it wasn't for that stupid, weapon, that Thorn quest, I would have played PvP. So I play both sides of the game, and people get frustrated because they get really good at playing a certain sandbox scenario, whether it's a hand cannon or a sniper or whatever, and then they change things around. I don't care what you say out there, but change sometimes is not very fun when you're playing a game to have fun. And when you used to be able to easily crit people with a sniper rifle, but now, the flinch is so bad that if anybody just flicks a piece of dust at you, your reticle's bouncing up. I can see the frustration there, and I can see why people lash out in the PvP side. But I've also been on the other side of the equation where I've been trying to get into an LFG raid when I didn't have a community and I didn't have people to game with. And I kind of relate to some people who join our raids for the first time and how they're very defensive and not scared, but maybe try to be quiet and not, stir up the pot too much and just try to chill. I was that same guy when I first started trying to raid. So, because if you said that, if you volunteered, oh, I know how to do that, people would assume you knew how to do it. They'd throw you into the fire. You'd fail miserably time after time after time, and then you would get kicked. And I'd be, what the hell? I'm trying to learn how to do this raid, and I get kicked because I was trying to do something to help the team. So I can see that part of it too, man. I can see where LFG groups, I haven't done LFGs in so long because of those moments. But
yeah, I know all about doing raids with people who like to do bounties instead of shoot the people.
Don't you start with
won't open a fucking door for you. Open the door. Okay, I'm going in. Nope, I went in. Damn it, Gator.
Why are you talking to me? I've done that before.
Because you went in the door. If it wasn't for Nips or somebody saving us, we'd have failed.
Well,
I do agree that I feel like the PvP community can bitch louder and screw up the PvE community to me. Because you take most of these people that you follow on YouTube, they're PvP people.
Yeah.
You take the Fallouts, you take the Ascross, you take Cammy, Cammy doesn't bitch, but you take most of these people you follow, they're PvP first. I don't hear the PvE guys bitching, because when Glad was playing all the time, what was he doing? Instead of bitching, he was figuring out how he could shave seconds off of a solo raid to do it faster, these
guys, when the careers were made when they got world's first for these raids. These guys were set. They got all the fans, they got all the followers they needed because of the PvE part of the game. I think, I'm conflicted here because the one thing I love about Destiny is I can grab something in the PvE side and I can go, all right, let's
say it. Don't you say it.
Let's go see how this works in the Crucible. It seems like it's real easy to kill, the shanks and stuff around here. And I'm knocking them down pretty quick. Let's see how this works against a real Guardian. That's the magic sauce of this game, man. But I really think eventually, I don't know if this Matter game that they're talking about will be some kind of PvE version of Destiny. I've heard speculations all over the place on this Matter game, Maybe that's the reason why Destiny's not dedicating a lot of time to Crucible, or they're giving token amount of time to Crucible. Because, man, I don't know about you, but it's like they've just forgotten Crucible, man. They put Crucible in a corner. It's collecting dust. It's really bad. They've been prioritizing.
Feels like they're trying to do something to it now, but I feel like they've waited too long is the way I feel.
Think about it. You know, if this is true, they got Matter coming out. They've been putting all hands on deck to build this awesome competitive, that being the key word, competitive shooter. Not this crazy spam grenades and flying in the air magic crap that's in Crucible now. That's not competitive. Gun versus gun is competitive. Your shot versus my shot. That's a competitive shooter. Go play Valorant or any of these other games out there. You'll see how quickly you got to be competitive, and it's not about grenade spam and all that crap. So, but that's the game. But that's the game Destiny. It's all about building to play in the Crucible and building to play in raids and whatever else out there. I was on a train of thought here, and I'm trying to make sure I stay on it.
Well, there's two things in the chat I'll agree with.
Okay, go for it.
Like Night Demon's here, and he said,
Night Demon, how you doing, man?
Like wanting to do raids. I agree with him on this. He's apprehensive doing an LFG with at least one person he knows. There's no way I could do a LFG raid with 5 people I've never met. I could do it it's hard enough in the clan I'm in when I was first in there to join and know the people, because I don't know them. I don't know if I'm going to piss them off because I did something wrong. I don't like that feeling. And then if I get treated bad, I'm not going to come back up. There's no way I'm doing an LFG. And I'll agree with Gator Senpai.
That's basically
Salt that both LFGs are toxic. PvP, PvE, both sides are toxic in some point or another. So
we had 2 brand new members join last week, MJR and damn, I'm so bad with names. It was really weird because I want to know these guys' story, because one of them was, if I'm guessing, I would say he's a 30-something from the UK.
You're talking about Dorwath?
Dorwath.
You're talking about?
Yeah, and he brought his friend MJR, I believe it is, and he was like he even said it while we were raiding with him. We took him under our wing and we brought him through the latest raid, and he said, listen, I'm just going to be up front right here. I'm 68 years old. I'm getting back into this game, and I may not be quick, and I get frustrated easily. I go out of my way to make sure everyone is comfortable. I used to be really hardcore and start yelling or getting a little too, Kingsley knows this. I get a little too animated, a little too excited. So now I've decided, I'm taking a different tact when I raid. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun, and eventually I know that we'll all get it down. We're all going to figure this out. This is for you, Kato. We just got to get our reps in, man. Just got to get those reps in. You just got to do it. All PvE is just memorizing what to do. And I know it's not that easy, Kingsley. I'm not picking at PvE and raids, because I know you guys love to do them. But it really is about muscle memory and knowing where the ads are going to come from. Where's those taken captains or those taken enemies, those big guys are going to be coming from. Once you know and you have enough experience and you know where they're coming from, then you start to gel with the group, and then you want to help others. You're so happy that you completed that raid. You want to tell everyone about how cool raiding is. And the fact that only 10% of our population raids is a travesty, because raiding is, I think, raids is the pinnacle to do in this game. I know the seasonal stories are fun. They're really cool. The campaigns are awesome. The Witch Queen campaign was the best so far. I think they're gonna go even better with that in the next Lightfall. But raiding is just next level. And I see why, the guys over at Guardian Hub, I know why they do it so often, and how we put raid teams together as well, and how much fun it is. Yes, the only thing is you have to invest 2 to 3 hours to do it. But I'm telling you, you will bond with those people that are in your fire team over those 2 to 3 hours, and you'll never see them the same way when you come out on the other end of the raid. So that's my take on it. Is there anything else you wanted to mention, Gator, as far as the toxicity? I know we talked about, I know it's been around the horn that these people were so toxic that they were giving death threats to
Bungie, threatening to burn the building down. They got what they deserved.
You know what? This is my only take, and this is all I'm going to say about it. When you yell and threaten people's lives and disrespect them, no one's going to listen to you. And if on the other end, If a developer doesn't meet my needs or is screwing something up so bad that it's not fun to play, guess what? I'm going to vote with my wallet. I'm not going to buy your game next time around. I'm not going to buy your DLC. Battlefield 42, 2042? Prime example. I think EA stole $100 from me because they made me hate that game so much because they didn't launch it right. That even when Season 1 came out, all the DLC came out, I was so disgusted about my experience playing that game, I never came back. And I was voting with my wallet. I'll never buy, I better not say that because I love Battlefield, but I'll never play that game again. I'll never do it. So it's $100 mistake I made, but it's a learning experience. And the learning experience is never pre-order a game until you see someone else play it. When you see it reviewed, when you see some live gameplay and you say, oh man, that game's fun. I think I'm going to jump in and play. I'm going to go ahead and buy the game. Or if you have Game Pass, you can try it or whatever, but I'm not a big fan of Game Pass. I've expressed my opinions on that. I'm not going to go any further on that, but that's, and as far as you have to have respect on both sides. And I don't know about you, but Bungie's one of the few studios out there of all the gaming communities I've been in, all my life gaming. They are the most communicative. They are the most open as far as how they do things. And every week, they talk to us. They tell us what they're thinking. They tell us what's coming up. I don't see a lot of game developers doing that. There's probably a couple out there, but not many. So people, gotta have respect on both sides. It's a two-way street. It really is.
Well, you also watch what you're saying to them, because these people keep death threatening them and people start deleting their Twitter that work for Bungie. You're going to get them to the point you ain't going to hear shit anymore.
They're going to go radio silent.
They're going to go into their cave and they're going to be like, you know what? When the season comes out, you'll find out what's coming. Deal with it.
I'm telling you.
You know. You play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Problem is, you end up screwing up the rest of the community because you pissed them off.
Okay. Well, I've beaten that dead horse to death. Let's move on. We got some awesome community questions tonight. Oh, man. We got some doozies tonight, so let's get to it. Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 easy ways to do it.
First, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk or hang out and jump right in and talk to us, whatever you'd like to do. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question at Guardian_D_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast, all one word, and we'll play it live on the show.
Thanks to all of you out there who do listen to our show. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey, man. That's my line.
What?
Yeah.
Says who?
It's in the script. It's my line. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of our show. It's where we get our questions from our community. And, to say we have some speak pipes is an understatement, but there were a few that stuck out to me, and I wanted to make sure we played them this week. And Gator, remember I mentioned Dorwath and his friend MJR that did the raid with us last week?
Mm-hmm.
He sent in a speak pipe. So let's see what he had to say.
Hey, this is Dorwath. I'd like to say thank you from MJR and myself for that raid. It's his very first vow, and he was very, very grateful. Love you all. Thank you.
See, messages like that make me want to help more people raid. I kind of get it now. I know some of you raid Sherpas out there, I kind of understand what drives you guys to do it. So just things like that, man, just make a world of difference. Okay. We have A ton of speak pipes. All right. I'm just laughing because I see the ones coming up. Let's start with this one from 21 Cabbage. See what you have to say.
What's up, guys? First speak pipe. See if I can do this in one shot. Question for the show. I am a medical deliverer. It comes with a little story, by the way. And I deliver wheelchairs, mattresses, whatever people need in hospitals or like care homes for the old or for the disabled. And today I delivered a wheelchair to someone with Down syndrome. He was awesome. Those people are awesome. And he was so happy with his wheelchair that he tried to give me his little piggy bank, which he saves money in. I obviously declined. I was like, no, you're all right. Keep that. Have fun with your wheelchair. But he was so adamant that he hid it in my van. So my van was unlocked and he hid it in my bag. So I drove away. I wanted to grab a sandwich and I found the piggy bank in my bag. So I had to drive back, give it to him. Like, thank you, but no thank you. Which got me thinking, what was the last time you made someone so happy you could see a joy in their eyes, or they tearing up, or whatever, just a awesome, good moment to remember forever. All right, I hope my first speak pipe was good, and love the show, and Hazel, let's do some DM. See you later.
Thanks, 21 Cabbage. You did a great job, man. Good first speak pipe. We hope others decide to take the plunge and send a message to us. What do you think, RNG? Moment that you really move someone. What do you think?
Guess that'd be a night when I announced Brittany was a mod. No, I'm joking. I don't have one off the top of my head. If you've got one, go ahead. This is a hard thing to come up with. I mean, it's without saying, I don't. Oh,
man. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't see what you don't know, chat, is I don't listen to these either. I just put them in the soundboard and I just play them live on the show. So I'm kind of on the spot here too. Okay. We had okay, I'll mention one. This was when Larman, Kentucky, we had that fundraiser where we would pledge for every level he got. He got to 1,000, by the way, that we would donate a certain amount or pledge a certain dollar amount or nickel, dime, quarter, whatever to each level. Well, I think I pledged like $100. And what I decided to do with it was offer it in the form of a tip. I would go to a restaurant. My wife and I eat out quite a bit. And you get someone who's particularly helpful or kind of tells you a little bit about themselves. You know, they're being very personal. They're going out of their way. They're not just going, hey, what do you want? You know, kind of stuff. Those didn't get a big tip. But we had one mama that was working at a Hurricane's Wings here locally where I live. And she really had outstanding service. And she went above and beyond. You could just tell. And I told my wife, I said, we would know when the time was right. And, God, it almost affected me as much as it did her probably, but we didn't even look back. I put $100 tip. I paid via credit card, wrote 0 on the tip, which probably freaked her out at first. And then I put $100 bill inside the check container or whatever. And my wife wrote a note on the check saying, outstanding service or something nice to say to her. Best wishes or whatever. So that's probably the last time I can remember doing something like that of charity and helping someone. And I'm sure she was thought we made a mistake or something when we left. You think of one yet, RNG?
Yeah, I've got one. Actually, it happened at a gas station on July 4th weekend.
Okay.
Sitting there pumping gas, lady drives up and she comes over to me, she's like, can you help me? I'm like, sure, what do you need? She's like, my husband's going to kill me if I don't get this fixed on his truck. She had window rolled down on the right side. It wouldn't roll back up. And she's like, it gets stuck. I can't get the window to go back up. Can you help? And I was like, sure. So I opened the door, and I had to grab both sides of the window and just yank it till I heard it go pop, and then it went up. I thought I broke. She's like, no, that's what it normally does. She's like, thank you. You got about, and then she tries to give me money. I'm like, you came and stopped me. I don't want anything in return. She was just happy that her husband wasn't going to be mad at her that she screwed up the window again. To me, that was, I was like, I saw her asking a couple people and people kept walking away from her, and she came up to me. I'm like, sure, I'll help you. I mean, I'm waiting for gas to pump in my car. My kids are with me here. Watch the pump while I go help this lady. I just kind of pissed me off. People walked away. I'm like, when she's asking for help. So, but that's kind of the way I am. I see people out. Like, even you take older people trying to get their buggy back to a return in a Walmart or somewhere.
Right.
They're in a handicap spot. That place is too far away from them. Sure, give me your buggy. I'll take it for you. Or I'm going inside. Give it to me. I'll take it inside as I go in. There's no reason you're struggling just to get the buggy to there and then get back to your car.
Right.
And you watch people walk by and just stare at them. It just irritates the piss out of me.
What the funny thing is when you help other people, is it comes back at least 2 or 3-fold back to yourself and how good you feel about it. So it's a good feeling, man. We need to do it more often. That's for damn sure. Okay. Question for RNG. This is from Rodimus Prime.
Well, this is my first attempt to get 10 speak pipes by the 21st. So this question is for RNGGator. What is your status on bounties? Do you enjoy doing them or do you hate them? It's been a while. I just want to know your answer. Thank you.
Go ahead, RNG.
I mean, if you haven't heard the show tonight, or if you've listened to any part of the show, I hate doing bounties. I despise doing bounties. No, bounties are not. I don't like them. Right. I don't mind getting the materials stuff from them, but there can be another way to get them. We don't need bounties.
I hear you, man. All right, but I still hold to what I believe.
Shut up. He didn't ask you. He asked me. We don't want your answer.
That's right, he did. All right, got one here from Scumdeath. Scumdeath, what's up?
Hello, Scumdeath here. I know I'm well behind the curve, but I think I might be on the last mission of the Witch Queen campaign. Sorry, I know. I just haven't had time to get on the PlayStation. But I'm quite anxious. It's late at night. It's 11:30. I'm quite anxious. So I hate boss fights. It's too much. It's too much. I hate it. So my question is, do you get anxious when you have to come up to a boss fight, or you think the end of the game's coming up and it's like, oh, it's going to be really hard? Ooh, I do. Anyway, love you. Goodbye.
What do you think, Gator?
Do we get anxious in boss fights? Depending on the game, sometimes, yeah, but you get little, you get sweaty, you get your heart beats faster, the first time you do it, but I love the thrill of that. It's just something about that. And then to kill it and beat it is another thing. So, yeah, I mean, do I get anxious? Yeah, it can happen, but as I've kind of gotten used to it.
The only time I really got anxious was the last part of Witch Queen. I was soloing it, and I know I didn't have help, and it seemed like it took forever to initially.
Soloing it on normal or legendary?
It was on normal. But this was when it first came out, and I was underpowered. But
okay,
yeah, it was when I first started. I decided to get through. I just wanted to get through it. I want to get through the story. I'm the kid who wants to go to the end of the book and find out how it ends. That's me. So I rushed right through the normal part of the story, and I told myself I was going to go back and play the legendary, but I have not fully done that yet. So I know. Shame.
That's pathetic.
I know. Shameful. Yeah, that's the
Where's a bail? I need a bail. Hold on.
That's the only time that it's the only time I felt a little nervousness in my stomach because I had heard so many people. Yeah, there you go. So many people had really struggled on that last part when it first came out. I know we all walk over everything now, but anyway. Okay.
I played through it in Legendary the first way. I never went to normal. I finished it.
I did it on Legendary. I did finish it on Legendary on one of my alt accounts because I needed to know what it felt like. But I did finish one, but not.
The only reason I did the last part with somebody is because somebody wanted to play it with me. That's like, if not, I'd have done it by myself. So
gotcha. Okay, making sure I don't forget anybody here. Another question for RNG from Rodimus Prime.
Well, since we know RNG is covering in for Hazel this week, RNG, what is your favorite type of dessert?
Dessert. That's
Let's
a
see.
Guardian Hub
Kingsley,
question.
what episode was I on where I said my favorite type of dessert? You can go listen to that. No, I'm joking. My favorite type of dessert, my mom makes it for me. My wife knows the recipe now, is a chocolate eclair cake. They make it for my birthday.
Ooh.
I love that thing.
Cream filled inside?
Oh, yeah. It's graham crackers, cream, chocolate on top.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It's good.
I'm there. Question for Gator from Mo.
All right. I feel like I should just do this in the moment, even though it's been a few hours, but it's still fucking hot as shit. So I feel like now's the best time to do it. I want to be like Scum Death or maybe even Sweaty Spooks and, just record in the moment as opposed to doing it later. It doesn't have the same effect, same panache. All right. So, Gator, heat. How'd you deal with it? How? I mean, I've been dealing fine with it. It's just that right now, because I'm like at my computer, the computer's running. I've not opened the window because the spider came through, so I had to kill the spider, but that's a different story. So I'm like, well, fine. If I die, I die, right? How do you deal with the fucking hot weather paired with really hot humidity? Hot humidity? I don't even know. High humidity. I ain't editing this fucking speak pipe. I ain't trying to record 7-8 times. You're taking this all unfiltered in one go. So, yeah. How'd you deal with it? Because I thought I had a really bad day. Or like, oh my god, this is stupid. And then I checked the humidity and it's 20%. I'm like, that's not even a quarter of what Gator goes through. And then I'm the type of guy to be like, where, Florida weather, where, humidity, oh, must be so difficult for you. Probably is. It probably is difficult for you, isn't it? But yeah. I mean, I've done the smart thing most days when I've not been at home. Just fucking, air it out, it's fine. But today and yesterday, when we go from like normal 25 degrees centigrade Celsius, I don't know, I did a conversion earlier. It was like somewhere around 80, I think, Fahrenheit. I don't know. But now we're like up to 100 Fahrenheit, maybe even more. It's a bit ridiculous. In short, I'm just ranting, right? It's not even a question. I guess it is a question.
I think the heat's getting to him.
How do you guys deal with the heat? How do you guys deal with the heat? Especially you, Mr. Florida man. How do you deal with it? This is bullshit. Like Uncle Scum Death. I don't give a shit. This is the hottest it's been. I'm going to be a little bitch about it. I'm not putting words into his mouth. I'm just saying for myself. I'm going to be a little bitch about it. But yeah. Yeah, question for everyone, really. I guess it's probably hot in all parts of America, not just Florida. So yeah. Heat, huh? Can't wait for it to fuck off. Can the winter be here already, please? I don't mind wearing like 17 layers of, whatever. I'd rather be snuggly and warm. Sweating because I'm warm than sweating because I can't take any more layers off. I can't take my skin off. I'm like 3 minutes into the speak pipe. I should probably give it a rest. You're probably going to have like 19 million speak pipes from other people. So, yeah, I'll leave it here. You guys have a good one. Bye.
Thanks, Mo. Appreciate it, buddy.
Sitting here talking about it's 80 degrees. I'm like, shit, I'd take 80 degrees right now.
I was laughing. Hey, I got to give a shout out to Eric, one of our new members in our Discord. He's down here in Florida for a wedding for a week, and he messaged me today and goes, "Dude, how do you guys live in this state? I'm boiling here, man." I'm like, "Well, go inside, dude." Yeah, go inside. You got in the summertime. It's like your wintertime. You guys are inside with the heat and the boilers or whatever you guys use up there. I don't know. I don't use heat down here. And in London and in the UK and in the Europe too, you guys have plenty of heat. And from what I heard, your buildings actually, your houses are made to contain the heat. From what I heard, our house is the opposite. I mean, our Florida houses are made out of concrete cell blocks. They don't insulate at all. We get a cold winter here, and my feet are freezing. It comes right through the walls. It's crazy. I thought about this today, and I was talking to some of our UK members, and they said, no, we don't have air conditioning. And I really felt for you guys. When it hit 40 Celsius in London, I don't think I've ever heard that number. 40 Celsius. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think it was 105 in London a few days ago. Anyway, Mo, okay, you wanted some tips. Here's the tips. What you probably don't know, and you might be able to hear it a little bit. I don't have my AC on in my office because it's just too loud. I have a portable AC unit in my office because I have frickin' electronics and monitors everywhere in here in this small little space, and it gets hot. So I have to add to my air conditioning is coming from my house, my central AC. I have a portable unit there that pumps air outside my window here. Fans, my dude. There's a couple brands of fans that I can recommend for you. I'm pretty sure they have the right 220 plugins as well. You just have to order it for your region. The key when you don't have air conditioning, which is kind of like hurricane season here when we lose power and it's hot as hell out, is fans. If we lose power, then the fans are going to be, run by a generator. The key is when you open up all your rooms, don't close doors, open up all your rooms and be strategic about how you set your fans up. You want your fans to circulate the air in your house. But for me right now, what you don't know is I have one fan underneath my desk. It's a Vornado. Look it up. Vornado is the best fans out there. They're super quiet and they push a lot of air for what little bit of blade spin they have. They're not cheap. But the Vornados I've had have lasted like 20 years. They last a long time. I have one under my desk and I have another one here called a Wuzu. I just bought it at Sam's. It was like on sale for $40. It's about the same size, doesn't quite push the air as much, but you can't even hear it. It's super quiet. Get you a couple of really good table fans, and when it gets really hot like it did this summer, or if you guys get another heat wave, get those fans out and have them. All they need to do is just blow across your arm or your leg, and it'll make a world of difference. Hopefully you guys aren't dealing with the humidity as well, because when we have it was 95 today and humid. It probably feels like 115 outside with the humidity. It's just crazy.
It sucks.
No, it's not. No, Sin. It's Vornado. Vornado. It's not a nut.
No, it's
tornado.
A nut tornado.
No,
it's under your desk.
Yeah. You're not lying.
That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the name of it.
I'm telling you, keeping your jewels nice and cool is very important in the summertime here in Florida. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks, Mo. Appreciate that. All right. We have here a question from Miner. Here we go.
Dudes, this is Miner. I had a question for you guys. How are you liking the tower for the Solstice event? I absolutely love the way it looks. I don't know what it is about the grass pathways and the flowers and all the hedges and everything. I think it looks rad. Tell me what you think. Love the show, guys. Later.
Yeah, you gotta admit, everybody's saying touch grass. When Witch Queen first came out, you don't think that influenced Bungie's decision to put some grass patches in the tower, right, Gator?
It's the best thing about Solstice is the decorations.
It is. It felt really tropical when I was there when I first went to the tower. So yeah, I'm liking it.
Everything else sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I like it. I like the way the tower looks and everything. Most of the events they do, the tower looks pretty good. Even like Halloween and all that. I love it. They do a good job with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have a lot more speak pipes, but I want to make sure I save some of these for when Hazel's here next week. So let me go with, So you
might want to make sure some of them ain't for me because you go save them for next week and you might be in trouble.
I've got them covered. I labeled them for you if they were for you.
Gotcha.
All right. This is a funny one. This is from, all right. This is from Rodimus Prime. And, I'm just going to play it. Here we go.
So the other day when I was closing, it was about 20 minutes to 10. A random crackhead decides to walk into my store. Now, he's not hurting anyone. He's just walking around being a crackhead, raising his hands in the air, clapping real loud, stretching, just doing stupid stuff. But he's not hurting anything. He's not stealing anything. Well, about 10 minutes go by, and he's still doing the same stuff. And he's just clapping and whatnot. And all of a sudden, the local police show up. Someone called about someone stealing. And I said, no, it wasn't us. Well, we got a complaint. So they arrested him. But in the meantime, little did I know that there was someone else in the building trying to steal a bunch of drills and various tools. So in the end, the crackhead saved the day and saved my store about $1,200 worth of retail theft. So are there any other weird stories that you may have that are funny? This is just a weird thing that happened at work the other day. Anyways, have a good day. Toodles.
I don't really have a story about that. Gator, do you have something to add there? I just thought that was a funny story. The fact that someone else was almost like the crackhead was a diversion and allowed the guy to start stealing stuff from the store.
Yeah, I don't know if I got a story like that, but I mean, I'm in IT. I have plenty of stupid stories.
I got one. I'll share one
from my years of work. So,
go ahead. I'll share one after you.
I mean, let's see. I mean, one of my first ones that, not the job I'm at now, but years ago, I'm not the one that got the call, but we were working for Ralph Lauren's help desk and somebody called in from the Beverly Hills store. I mean, there's your first red flag. Mm-hmm. All the registers, everything are not working. So the girl on the phone with them starts troubleshooting the issue. And while they're troubleshooting, the girl says to her, she's like, "Oh, my manager just came in and said, they told us once we get power back on, we should be good." And now, mind you, the person from the help desk had been on the phone with this person for like 20 minutes already, trying to figure out what was going on. What had happened was somebody had killed the power to the area where the store was. So you had no power. None of your shit's going to work. We proceeded to be like, "All right, call us back when you have power and we'll help you get everything back on."
Right.
So, yeah, that's got to be one of my dumber ones, but I've got other ones, but yeah, that one always sticks out in my head.
I've worked a lot of retail in my life and I've seen some weird shit. I was a manager at an auto parts store here in Orlando. And let's just say my auto parts store was probably not on the best side of Orlando. Maybe it was in a little bit harder neighborhoods out there. One time I had a guy walk in, just hanging around the desk. He wasn't really, it's like he was hiding from someone. And he was just hanging out like in the corner. And I'm like, all right, I don't know what this guy's up to, but I'm going to keep an eye on him. All of a sudden, an undercover cop comes running in the store, grabs this dude and slams him on our counter. Just slams him head first, right on the counter. It had to hurt like hell. And we're like, what the hell's going on here? And the guy flashes his badge, says, I'm an ununiformed cop. I'm here to arrest this guy. He said, this guy has been taunting me all week. He's been in his car following my squad car. He knows I'm undercover police. He's been following me and pulling up next to me at the light and just grinning and smiling at me. And I'm like, yeah. So he goes, he's going in. I've had enough. I can't stand this shit anymore. Okay. So yeah, that's a crazy story that happened in my retail life, I guess you could say. I was newly married when this happened. So
that warranted a cop coming in and slamming his head on a counter?
Yeah, man. I mean, he slammed him on
that
the
seems
counter,
a little excessive.
Cuffed him. They slammed him on the counter, cuffed him, and he had a bloody lip. I mean, it had to hurt.
Yeah.
And,
Lucky he didn't have
cuffed his ass, brought his
concussion.
ass outside. And the only thing he could say is this guy's been following me around all day and grinning at me at the lights, at the stoplights.
Yeah, that's kind of I hate to say it, but that's kind of an abuse of power.
You need to go chill, man. You need to go talk to your counselor at the police station. You need to just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit,
that seems a little crazy, yeah.
So, yeah, when I heard the crackhead story, I was like, okay. All right, I'm going to do one more here. And I don't know who this is from. I'm just going to play it. He didn't label it. So, all right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Hazelnut, first-time listener, second-time caller.
Oh, God.
And I was just wondering, I'm a new player to the game, and I'm looking to make some in-game builds with masterworked armor and some stuff like that. So my question is how do I get that materials like golf balls that I've heard about and prisms and things like that? Thanks. And if you could keep this answer to less than 30 seconds, it'd be amazing. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Hazel. Dude.
I got an answer less than 30 seconds. Don't fucking worry about it. Don't listen to Gator. Good. Done.
I have no opinion. I've been beat up so much this week over what I was trying to do was help people, but it just ends up backfiring on me, so I'm done. Okay. Gator, you got to help me out here, man. Let's pull some from the Discord here. We have quite a few, I would say.
I feel like you're missing one. Do you see Rodimus says, I have a speak pipe still in there for RNG. You're going to find some for me.
All right, hold on. I'm looking.
I promise you're going to find some more for me.
Did you just send it in, Rodimus? Because if you send it in last minute, I won't be able to get it.
I don't know if he did it last minute. No.
I didn't pull. All right, hold on.
But no, while you're pulling that, I have a question that was put in the chat from Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Question for you, Gator.
Yeah.
When are you going to realize that having multiple alt accounts is splitting your resources to get the in-game material you complained about last episode?
Yeah.
Can we set up a charity stream to delete your alts? You will thank me later when your one account is swimming in currencies. Go to answer that. Where do we set? When's the charity?
No, my soundboard just decided to quit on me. So I heard you, but but my mic was not. It was tied to the soundboard. Was not cooperating. The one thing I'll just say this: I like the new part of playing Destiny. I like seeing what new players go through to play the game, and I enjoy the process. Okay, I can't explain it to those of you who don't have alt accounts, but I like trying like little experiments and trying different things in the game. And I understand it. It takes time from my regular account, but usually what happens is the only reason I really go to my alts is because I don't have anything else to do or anything else I want to do on my main account. And my alt accounts give me, a little bit of some I don't know, some just not little tedious things, but little busy things I can just do to just mess around and not worry about anything. So that's the reason why I do it. Rodimus, I don't see your question, buddy, from today. I got them all from yesterday. I don't see anything today other than a question of the month. That's for no.
I think he sent them in last week. He sent them in the week of Hades' show.
All right, hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. I gotta let me boot up.
Okay, while you're doing that, I got a couple more questions here.
For it.
One from Hawkslayer to me. That's what's the most difficult decision you've had to make in your Destiny career? I mean, have we really had to make any difficult decisions? In our Destiny career? I mean,
making alt accounts.
We didn't say stupid decision. We said difficult.
Oh, difficult decisions.
Difficult decision in Destiny. I mean, I don't have to make the difficult decisions. It's Bungie has to make the difficult decisions. Like, when are they going to make the new Hawk or the new Vanguard for the Hunters? I mean, that's a difficult decision for them.
Right.
I see that coming. So, I mean, maybe difficult decision could have been when, the thing that doesn't matter is shit now, when we did the whole Drifter thing and you had to choose Vanguard or Drifter. Right. That's not come back for anything.
But even then, I had alt accounts. I could make all the decisions and to see where it went. Where maybe I couldn't with. You could do it on different characters though. So.
I got another question for me from Hades asking why I am not in the GDC clan.
Why are you not in the GDC clan? That's a great question.
Because I was mainly PC and y'all at the time did not have
a ton of
PC clan. Hold on. This is before they did crossplay and everybody could play with each other. Most of y'all were playing on console and you were playing on PlayStation or Xbox. I could play with Xbox people. I couldn't play with PlayStation people because I couldn't talk to them. So I found a clan that was all PC, which is the clan I'm in now, new in town.
Uh-huh.
And I've joined them for the last couple of years. I'm not leaving them because they've been a pretty good clan. So
are you?
I might go join them.
Mod in their clan? Just asking.
Okay, that's not going to sway me to join a clan.
All right, whatever. I tried, guys. I tried.
I mean, unless Kingsley wants to make me a mod in his Discord, and I may join the Guardian Hub.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, I think they got a few spaces left. Not many, though. think I checked last
Well,
time.
it looks like I'm going to the Guardian Hub according to chat.
Like 98 members or something. I mean, they're having the same problems we had. So,
I have a feeling Kingsley would make room for me.
All right. I think this is the one Rodimus is referring to. Let me see if it's this one. Here we go.
So, question for the show: have you ever had a third co-host? And if you're going to add a third co-host, why is it going to be RNGGator?
That was the one. Okay,
that's the one.
I'm obligated to say that RNGGator and Elmer Fudd Games actually started this podcast, and they passed it on to us. They passed it on to Hazel and I. So,
episode 88. So
confused.
technically, I could show up on any. Podcast.
Show up whenever he wants. He's kind of already himself and Elmer Fudd are actually unofficial third host. So yeah, we used to have 3 hosts when we first started. We had Easy with us, and life got in the way. And hell, dude, it happens. I mean, he has 3 young kids, and he travels a lot. So one thing I love about Easy is he loves games, man. And in our other games channel, he's always posting stuff about new games. I love that about him. He loves games and stuff. And on something Hazel and I are working on, which we'll be announcing next week, by the way. We did finalize a few things. We're gonna be talking with him. So we'll keep you guys in the loop. We'll let you guys know something. I don't want to announce anything without Hazel being here. So next week we will have a special announcement. But yeah, hopefully that answers that question. What else we got, RNG? Are you getting rid of the thumbs too? I'll get in trouble if I don't.
Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of the 2 I just looked at. Sorry,
I'm telling you, Hazel will be all over my ass if I don't get rid of the thumbs. He'll come back and say, this place is a disaster. This is what happens when I leave.
It's going to be a disaster either way.
This is what happens when I leave for 2 weeks. I come back and everything's just a mess.
It's never going to change. Sorry. The only way you're cleaning up podcast questions is you let people ask questions and nobody else can talk in it, and it's just questions.
And Brittany, this is your new job, Brittany. Your new job is to let people post comments in the podcast questions or answer to the questions. But then by Friday, all the comments got to be cleaned out. We got to have it where we can only see the questions, because it just gets tedious looking over all the responses without finding any questions. So I'm leaving you in charge of that. That's your first duty, Brittany. That's your first duty to the clan and to the Discord. Yeah, that's your initiation, right?
That's a hell of a job.
That's an initiation. All right.
My channel is cleaning up the digits channel. I just keep that clean.
Since Rodimus Prime was ribbing me and said that I won't answer this question until 2 weeks from now. Question from Chubby Wizard 2.0. What do you guys think of Solstice? If you're enjoying it, what's your favorite part? I think it's kind of meh, very grindy. My favorite part is the way the tower is decorated. The whole touch grass thing is great. I know the game is not perfect, but I love the way Bungie pays attention to stuff like that. Thanks. Love the show. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Chubby Wizard. Yeah, what do you, we kind of answered.
I think just listen to the beginning of the episode. You heard my feeling on Solstice. It sucks.
Yeah. Then you'll hear my my TED talk on what to do in Solstice. Okay.
And if you skip that part, listeners, it's okay. You didn't miss anything.
You're missing out.
I promise you, if you had a wreck driving down the road while listening to it, I can get you Gator's address to where to send the insurance papers. So,
all right. What else we got, RNG? Well, we'll go back and forth like me and Hazel do.
I'm gonna leave you in charge of the questions. I'm busy dealing with chat.
That's fine. I got a question from Hammer Crasher here. There's a rumble. Fisticuffs are about to be thrown. Who you betting on? Chuck Norris, Jackie Chan, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Lee,
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes,
you mean
Bruce Lee? I was saying it in a smart ass way. Bruce Lee, Steven Seagal, or Jet Li? Who's your money on, Gator?
Chuck Norris. He's done kicked all their ass.
I was just gonna say that.
Him and Bruce Lee. That's who I'm going with.
There's only one, and that's Chuck Norris. That was an easy question. Got one here from Sin. Question for the we'll do that one next week. Oh jeez.
Yeah, if it says anything about Hazel, I'd wait till next week.
Yeah, I'll wait till next week on that. I'll make sure Hazel can answer that question. Wow.
Rodimus wants me to find a question from last year.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are we done with pins? Can I go to the pin ones now?
Well, you shut up.
I didn't.
Are we done with thumbs up or pins? What do you mean?
Thumbs up. Can I actually go to the pin ones now? Oh, Brittany had a question. Why are there no GDC onesies? I mean, we sell condoms. I mean, come on. Isn't that enough?
By the looks of it, Brittany didn't use it, so that's why she needs a onesie.
All right. Let's see here. Question from Hades. Question for the show. Who's the most badass comic character and why is it Alfred? I've been watching that on HBO, by the way. It's very good. Yeah.
I haven't watched that.
He's an unsung hero, man. He really is. That guy's a badass. You didn't watch it? Okay. I'm telling you, watch it. It's really good.
I got too many other shows I'm getting through right now.
I think it's HBO.
It is. You talking about Pennyworth?
Yeah. I think I'm on episode 5, I think. I have so much. There's so much to watch, man. It's crazy.
Just cancel them and then you ain't got to watch them because you can't access it.
Okay. Another one from Hades. Question for the host. Have you ever recorded a show with a guest and then re-recorded with someone else and pretended it never happened? Oh, he was talking about his 9-day wait when he's waiting for his show to. Okay, listeners, what we did is we actually recorded 2 shows in 1 week because we knew Hazel was going to be out the next week. So we recorded Brittany's show on a Friday night, and Saturday morning we recorded another podcast with Mr. Hades. So, yeah, that's what he's talking about there. No, we've never.
And by the way, if you've noticed. There's no longer a Team Hades in the Discord.
Oh, I see that.
There was a uprising, and his fiance took over the team.
Wait a minute, it's Team Parlous?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that.
I changed it and everything.
I like it. Question from Hades. I'm not the only one hoping they bend the legend, mythic, and all from ranks and just put numbers, so I need to know if I need to go get stuff or how close I am to not having to play banner at the moment. Am I? Yeah. I mean, they give you a number too. I don't know if you knew that, but they say mythic. They also have a score at the top and like a little circle that's like almost completed. Kind of tells you.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I was reading the chat.
Okay. It's all right. No, you didn't miss anything. It's just me rambling. Sage of Databayo. Question for the show. Why are you all so freaking awesome?
I was born that way.
Yeah, there we go. Also a question from him. Have you guys caught up yet? We don't like to talk about that. Sage?
I mean, when Brittany gets into the podcast questions and cleans it up, they might catch up, you know.
We might.
I mean, Brittany, get on your job. Come on. Stop playing Destiny. Clean the channel.
We got work to do. Now. Kidding. Just kidding. Maybe.
We're joking.
No, yes. Maybe not. Okay. Question for Mr. Monkey. It's a good one. What song hits you hard in the emotional feels? For me, it's One Day Like This and Nothing Compares to You. Man, that was a great song. Ooh, what's hits? Oh, man. I got so many songs that might actually have onions in my eyes sometimes when I listen to. God, okay. Man, that's tough. That's a tough question. Gator, what do you got, man?
What was the question?
Mr. Monkey said, what song hits you hard in the emotional feels? For me, it's One Day Like This and Nothing Compares to You.
Mine doesn't. Mine's not one with words. Mine is Taps. From
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Having to bury my wife's grandpa, who was like a grandpa to me.
Right.
And trying to hold a casket and carry it while that's playing was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It was not the easiest thing in the world to hold on to that casket and not drop it. So
right.
I'll tear up every time that song's played. Movie, I don't care where it's played at. There's something that song has a special part.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, Taps is, yeah. I mean,
I remember learning to play it in band in high school, learning to play it on my baritone and my trumpet. So, yeah.
Is that when you blew the water out of it?
No.
No, okay. Just checking.
And Rodimus, Amazing Grace on the bagpipes. That's another one.
Yeah, They played, I think it was Amazing Grace at my daughter's college, my son's college graduation. There was a bagpiper in there, and is that how you say it, bagpiper? I'm sorry if I don't say it right.
Oh, no, that one I can't correct you.
I don't know what it
one.
is about bagpipes, man, but it just gets me in the feels. It really does. The one thing I don't like about the new UI for Spotify now is you can't just filter things anymore. You have to scroll down. Dude, we have 1,036 songs in our playlist. I'm trying to find this one song that that I added that every time I listened to it, I passed it already. It's one by Childish Gambino I added. And it had his daughter actually spoken it, like spoken word at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I can't find it. Spotify's not being helpful right now. So there's a lot of songs. I mean, songs usually bring me back to a moment in my life, and that's typically what brings on the feels. Is brings me back to those moments when I first heard the song. That's the latest one. Was the one by Childish Gambino that I added to the. If you want to know what it is, go to our playlist. It's in there. I added it this year, so I just don't want to. I still want to sit here and ramble on. Okay, you said I'm doing questions. I'm not used to doing questions. I'm used to Hazel doing that. All right. Let me see.
I mean, here's one from HammerGator now.
Oh, look at that. HammerGator.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. I like the new name.
Question for the show. What's your favorite board/card game?
I mentioned this one last time. I think someone asked about board games. It was called Dark Tower. It was out in the late 80s, I think. Maybe the early. It was in the 80s. There was a game called Dark Tower. And it's the first board game that actually had light up, digital things and a tower that spun around, and it randomly gave you stuff as you moved around the board. That's one of my favorites of all time. What about you, RNG?
Oh, my favorite card game is still, I play it with my daughter, my favorite board game is Clue. It's still one of my favorites. Favorite card game is going to be Uno. I love playing that with my kids.
Favorite card game?
One of those.
Poker for me.
Yeah, that's one of those card games we have in the camper. We ever go somewhere it's raining, you can't go out the camper or whatever. That's what we're playing. We have board games in there to play Clue, right. Monopoly, because that can take forever.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
I got one here from Golden God. Question for the show: does your guardian have a backstory? What is it, and how did you come up with it? Well, I think I know your backstory, RNG, but you want to share it for everyone?
Backstory of my guardian?
Yeah, or maybe your guardian name, or.
I mean, you talking about my gamer tag?
Well, I mean that's tied to your guardian, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a story for my backstory. I've never sat down and done that in my head. I don't really have a story for my guardian. My name came from raiding and the ability to get exotics in less than 5 runs. Yeah, so then again, I still haven't got the exotic for Val or for the new dungeon, but I'm not really too worried about them as much anymore. I'll get them when I get them. So,
as far as my guardian story, I mean, my God, I have so many alt accounts, but my very, very first alt account, my very first main account, I made my very first guardian. My guardian's gamer tag name was Instigator. And all right, don't laugh. It was big X, little x, little x, big X, underscore, Insta, like INSTA dash Gator, GATR. And then underscore, little x, big X, little x, or something like that. That was my very first one. And my wife actually, it used to be like Florida 39. It was just something very dull and plain. And I said, I was talking to my wife one night. I said, I got to come up with a better gamer tag. This one's so lame. What can we come up with? He goes, well, what is, what's something that kind of goes with Gator? And we started throwing words together, and she came up with Instigator, and I'm like, I like it. Instigator. So that was my very first Guardian, was Instigator. And I love all the classes. Usually if I have 3 characters on the account, I'll have one that's Exo, I'll have one that's human, and one that's Awoken, because I like them all. I just wish they had better customization. It's pretty lame.
I'm still with Sin. We need to do a YouTube charity where you have to delete your accounts if you raise so much money. You have to delete your alts.
What?
And the only one you can use is G_A_T_R.
You'd have to raise some good money. I mean, I'm down. I'm down for charity, man. But it would have to be a good goal. It'd have to be a pretty bold goal for me to for me to delete an alt account. I put a lot of time in those alt accounts. There's years of work in those alt accounts in Destiny. I don't know. I don't know.
What's the number? If you could come up off the top of your head, what is a number?
$5,000. $5,000
to delete them all. How about to delete one? To delete them. I'm not saying delete. Man. Are you saying $5,000 to delete one?
Oh man, I'll have to think about it. Man, that's a lot of work, man. Oof. You remember there was an alt account I actually met Warcry. It was called Old Dude Shot You, because it was just a Crucible only account that I played. I still have them. I was an old dude shot you, something like that. I've got old guy shot you, and my instigators, of course, and I coach guy Gator. So I was pretty freaking lame on some of my alt accounts, but I still got them. I don't know. We'll let the Discord chat around about it. If they want to put a worthy goal together, damn. I can't believe I'm saying this.
You heard this on episode 157.
I'll, if
how many alts do you have?
Oh, for Destiny. I think someone asked me that a couple weeks ago. I have, hold on. Active alts right now. I've got four
active alts.
Active alts. I have 4 accounts. Yeah, 4 accounts.
How many alts you got that aren't active?
Maybe another 4.
See, if this happens and you have to delete the 4 actives, you can't go to the non-actives and start playing those. It don't work that way. You're done. You go to one account.
Weapons, man. All those one cool weapons account. I accumulated. Oh man.
You have your main account. You should have the cool weapons on that main account.
It took some time to get those other cool weapons. I'll think about it. You know what?
I'm with Sin. They all have to go.
Oh man, no. Is this an intervention?
I feel like, yeah, it's a damn intervention. I feel like this could be.
Oh my God.
I feel like we could bring somebody like Dan Finity into this.
Oh no.
And with his community, we could get this done.
Oh,
because if you do it for the right charity, I feel like this could happen.
Oh man. Hazel, where you at, man? Oh, damn.
Hazel, we don't need your 2 cents on this one.
You know what?
We just need you to help.
I'm a grown ass man. If there's a worthy goal and goes to a Bungie charity, I'd be down. I'd be down to do it. Man, that's painful to say.
I got him to say it, y'all. You heard it.
Maybe something in the fall before the new season or before the new DLC or something drops. I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll see what happens. I'm down for charity, man. I love charity. It's awesome. We'll have to figure that out. Discord, throw us some ideas, and we'll come up with something. Another one from Hades here. Question for the show. I just popped into a shop for a drink on my break, and the lady behind the till started asking me stuff about TVs. What is the weirdest situation your work uniform had gotten you into outside of work? Does this happen to you, Gator?
I don't have a work uniform, technically. I mean, but I have been in stores like a Target where I was wearing a red like polo shirt at the time, and I guess like khakis or something, because from wherever I came, we'd gone out to eat. I dressed up, right. And somebody's like, "Excuse me, could you help me?" I'm like, "I don't work here," She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you have a red shirt on."
God, dude.
I'm like, but I'll help you. What's your question? I helped her, but it's like, I don't work here. So, not Rick Khakis, Mojave.
No. Yeah, if they see my company shirt on, I wear a uniform, and if they see my company name on it, they put two and two together, and first they kind of look at you like they want to say something to you, but they don't really, they're too afraid to ask or something. So I'm a pretty big dude, and if I'm all sweaty and hot, I'm usually not in a good mood, and like it could be anywhere. Usually it's like usually if I'm jumping in to grab a drink somewhere. Probably is when I get most of those looks, but you'll get that look and you're going, like you're filling up gas, you go in to get a drink and you're walking out and you'll usually for some reason it's the older dudes that, like to do everything themselves. These are the guys who handpick all the weeds in the yard and their yard is like just perfection. And the way they ask you the questions about pest control or fertilization or whatever, there's no way in hell they're going to hire you to do it. They just want some free info, and these, for some reason, the old dudes just know how to get it out of you, and they're really cordial and nice to you and stuff. And usually will ask, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" Yeah, man, sure. What's up? And they ask something about their lawn. I got this weird patch in my yard, and they'll pull out their camera and they'll show me a picture of it. I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty nasty. What have you been trying to do to fix it? Oh, I've been going on the internet. I've been looking up this and that. And some people say it's this. Some people say it's that. I'm like, well, you'll just have to, I'll be glad to come out and do a free inspection for you. And you can tell that's not going to happen. I get the bullshit eye roll, and I'm like, fine, let me look at it. I'll look at it and I'll say, yeah, this is a cool season brown patch. You need to watch your water, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I get it all the time, man. If I'm out and I have my uniform on or they see my truck. Yeah, I get asked. I get asked all the time. Oh, office buildings. I'm doing office buildings. People say, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, hi. Yeah, hey, I got a question for you. That's what I always get. I got a question for you. Yeah, it happens all the time.
I can probably say Kingsley could probably relate to this.
Yeah,
people know you're in IT, and just people know you see you out. Hey, I got a question, and it's like, no.
See, this is why when I DM Kingsley, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to bug you, man, but I'm having issues with this. Can you please help me out here? Because I don't know where else to turn. I don't want to bug my friends, but if I just have nowhere else to turn, then I'll just say I'm just going to DM him, and I'll DM him, and he's cool about it. He's always been cool about it, but I know the feeling. Drafty, where are the condoms you speak of in the ad? Oh, our ad, yeah. Hazel mentioned condoms, so you need to
ask Brittany.
Yeah, ask Brittany. There you go. Question asked, question answered. All right, we are moving, man. We're moving here.
I can't thumb those questions like the one from Hammer Crasher. I don't have the rights. For some reason, you took my rights away from that a while ago. Dude. I can't pin in the podcast, and I can't unthumb unless I thumb it. I can't unthumb it.
All right, I'll look into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another one from Hades here. I think I caught the tail end of a Twitter thing. What's your opinion on teabagging? And considering what it's about, would you consider averting sexual assault? Follow up: why teabag when there are so many more interesting emotes?
It's easier just to hit a button and go up, down, up, down, up, down than it is to try to figure out which emote is what.
I think it's I didn't play a bunch of Halo, but I think this was a big thing in Halo.
That's where I remember it from, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. People did it in Call of Duty too. Well before Halo, or along the same time as Halo, I guess. Okay. I'm going to wrap things up here.
Oh my God. Message from Night Demon in the chat.
Oh no.
I got a question for you, Gator. I have an issue with my garden. I had fresh lawn laid about a year ago, but it's all died off and now weeds are there. Any advice?
I don't handle the European climates. I couldn't tell you, Night Demon. I'd like to help, man. I really would. Usually if you have weeds growing somewhere, it means there's too much water. And it could be not enough water too. It depends. If your plants are desiccated and they're drying out, it gives the weeds that can handle that dry soil or dry conditions better will overtake your crops. It's a fine line, man. I try to tell my daughter this when she's watering plants every day in the back porch. I got like a jungle on my back porch now because my daughter keeps buying plants and bringing them home. She's getting them ready for her house. She's living with us while they're working on her house. They had to do some repairs when she bought it, and they're not moving in until the repairs are done because it's just too intrusive. So her boyfriend lives in his dad's place, and she lives over here. And every day I see a new plant on my back porch, and I'm tripping around these plants. There is such a thing as overwatering plants. Think of plants as a carburetor on an engine. You got to have a little fuel, and you got to have a little air, got a little bit of oxygen, right? And you mix the two perfectly. You have that richness perfect on your carburetor. That's when everything fires on all cylinders. But if you get too much fuel going in there, you start getting some backfire, some sputtering, or if it's not, you don't have enough fuel in, then you don't even get the engine started, right? That's kind of the way it is with plants. Plants are very much like air fuel mixtures in cars. It's got to be kind of just right. And it depends on the plant. I should do a plant podcast. Anyway, that's, yeah.
Night Demon.
It's a fine line.
I took that as he doesn't like your, podcast. I don't think he respects Two Titans and a Hunter.
What? How did you get that from that?
It was a great brush off is the way I took that, Night Demon. Yeah.
Night Demon, just, look your information up on whatever plant you're growing. It'll tell you if it needs well-drained soil or it likes a lot of water. It'll tell you. And just do what it says. I mean, these guys have been growing plants forever, so that sell these things. My parents used to grow plants in a nursery commercially, so that's where I grew up around this area. So that's why I love plants so much. Rodimus Prime, why hasn't Hazel asked a question for this week's guest? LOL.
That's a good question.
He did.
Hazel,
he was a new player. He wanted your answer.
I thought he was asking why there was no question in the podcast question. This is what he was asking.
Well,
I feel kind of slighted that Hazel didn't send a question in for me.
The man is on vacation.
Maybe I need to put that as one of my, if I'm going to fill in for Hazel, that's one of my things too,
Oh my God. We'll have one here from Native Raider. This is one of our newer members. Welcome, buddy. Question for the show. Would you rather be empowered with light or the Force?
Is it? Huh? It's about light from Destiny or the Force from Star Wars?
Yeah. That's what he's saying. This is a no-brainer for me.
I mean, kind of the same thing, aren't they?
No, not exactly. It's always the Force.
The
answer is always the Force. I would love to have Force powers. You kidding me?
I'm with seeing the light. I can be brought back.
That's true. But with the Force, I could live forever. Think of it.
Unless you die.
No, if you die, I'm still a spirit. I can haunt you. I'm technically dead, but
I have cooler guns with the light.
Okay, I give up. I tried to answer honestly. Okay, that one is
the Force with a ghost. Yeah, what Mohafo said. The Force with a ghost. So I'll take the Force with the ghost, which gives me the Force and the light.
Speaking of sin, he had a question for Hazel. The fuck you taking off? Why are you taking off? So we'll let Hazel answer that one when he gets back. Dude, the guy is like me because of the pandemic. Hardly anybody's taking vacations. I was happy when I heard he was taking one. That guy's wine tight, man. He needs a break. You know how much crap he deals with every week with me? He needs a break. So,
but Sin, I hate to say it, Sin recorded his podcast, edited it, got it out today, and then went on vacation. Just say it.
You know what? I have to give him kudos. I couldn't believe his show was out after last night. That was expert work, sir. I was surprised when I was working today. I was like, what? Guardian Hub?
This is why I'll probably join their clan. They seem to have their shit together.
Don't want to hear it. Whatever. All right.
Amateur bullshit.
I'm going to pull one from our pins. Here we go. Question for the show. What brand of any product are you the most loyal to? Gator?
What product
brand are you most loyal to? Yeah. Man, there's so many, aren't there?
Well, nowadays there are.
All right.
Huh.
I'm thinking of something I can't talk about.
I don't want to know.
I can't talk publicly about them.
We didn't label this as an after dark.
No, this isn't after
podcast.
Dark. No, you're right. Go ahead. I'll let you answer first. Oh, man. Oh, shit. I'm trying to... All right. No, okay.
Well, we know Mahafa, we know the GDC condoms don't work.
Yeah,
Brittany's done giving us. Don't buy those.
No. Hazel ordered a bunch of those a long time ago with the GDC label on them, and yeah, I'm too afraid to use them. Sorry. I wouldn't use them.
There are not enough materials.
I know we
they
advertise
didn't have enough
them.
materials to be made well.
Yeah, I know we advertise about them, but I can't stand behind our condoms. Sorry. There's our title. All right.
No, good God, no. But
yeah, that won't get us struck. What do you think?
mean, I guess one thing I'm loyal to right now, coffee wise, is Black Rifle coffee. I've kind of gotten loyal to him in the last 6 months or so. I love it. So
I've heard good things about that company. I don't have any yet. I've been needing to try it. There you go. There's a sponsor deal right there. Black Rifle Coffee Company. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. You can contact RNGGator. Man, the only thing that really comes to mind, like right off the bat, is Jif peanut butter. I have never bought anything but Jif peanut butter.
So what'd you do when they pulled it all off the shelves?
I didn't have that batch because I buy it way ahead of time. I didn't have that batch. I checked. None of it was dated the time when they had that problem. Yeah, I was good. I'll just leave the other ones to myself. We got to go out with a Destiny question here.
I feel like there'd be like a foot cream or something in there, you know.
All right, here's a good Destiny one to go out on because I like ending with at least a Destiny question. This is from Hades. Best guest of year 3. Really, Hades? Question for the show.
I made his game that. I made his name that. That was me.
You won't be able to do that come next week. Question for the show. Is there a gun that doesn't even annoy you anymore when it kills you? More disappointed at them. For me, Fellwinters. I don't get how you still have to use a gun from God knows how long ago. Is there a gun that doesn't even annoy you anymore when it kills you?
Everything kills me in this game, so... I mean, line rifles from fucking Vandals. I've kind of gotten used to those now. You know. Yeah,
they're annoying as hell, especially when you're weak. I would say, well, I know 180 hand cannons are probably not going to feel great soon once everybody gets to figure out that they've been buffed. I get annoyed every time I get killed with a hand cannon. What
is it your thing with hand cannons?
I love hand cannons. They sting when they hit you. They don't give you much time to react. They can really
That's why I love them.
Take you out quick. I know. And the aim assist is the most of any gun in the game. The cone of accuracy cone is so large. It's insane. And I still don't use them. I would say if someone killed me with like a, well, I still get annoyed when I get killed with the that precision rifle that everyone bought from Xur.
Main ingredient?
Main ingredient. I still get annoyed when people use that one where they slide and use it. That's annoying as hell. My answer is no. All weapons that kill me, I get annoyed by. Yeah.
Exactly what Kingsley just said in chat. Everything annoys you.
Big Briggs. What is AMC Stubbs? Well, let me see.
I mean, should we wait for Hazel to come back?
You know what?
You think he'll listen to this episode? You know?
Oh, I'm sure he'll listen to it. He still has another week in the islands somewhere in Northwest. US.
It wouldn't be a show if I didn't, tell you about AMC Stubbs.
You should probably just give a quick explanation, Gator.
There's 3 tiers. There's an A-list, a premier, and and just the default that don't cost anything. The regular one just eliminates your fees. The one in the middle, you get your stuff for your birthday. You get money off of drinks, popcorn, and
the one I have,
buy as many tickets you want to. And then the ones Gator has, I'll let him tell you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have the tier 3 version, and I can see 3 movies free every week. So yeah, I don't know about you, but I got a ticket for my dad to go, or my mom and dad to go see a movie on the Dolby screen. Damn, the movie ticket was $18, man. The one thing about the Stubbs A-list, which is what I'm talking about that I'm on, is it doesn't matter what screen it's on. It can be on IMAX, it can be on 3D, whatever. I still get 3 free movies a week. I mean, it's the best deal. And I'm paying like $22 a week, $22 a month. One movie it's paid for. One movie a week and it's paid for already, or pretty close. And we almost always go, when any new movie comes out, we always go to it quickly because it's in the Dolby theater first, and then they flush it in through the other theaters later. But we always like we're going to see Nope tomorrow. It's in the Dolby. Stadium sound. I mean, the rumble seats. I mean, what else can I tell you? It's the best deal in movies right now. Hope that answers your question, Big Briggs. Damn you, Mo. All right. This is it. This is the last questions of the show. From Mo. Question for the show. Can we get RNG on more episodes? Yes. Question for why is Hazel on vacation and not worrying about the spiders in his house? I don't know. You'll have to ask him. Question for the show. Quickest title you've earned. Quickest title you've earned. It was a seasonal title. Enlightened?
Yeah.
I think that was
one of the seasonal titles. I can't remember. What was the one
was Enlightened
with Saint?
Yeah.
That was a quick one I learned.
That was pretty easy.
So
I think they were trying to make titles more accessible to people. But it was
and now
it was
I just
fun
got to a point.
Yeah.
I don't think I've gotten the last season title. I think the last season title or the one I got was the one for Vidmaster. That's the last one I've really cared I got. Other than that, I don't.
All right. Final question from Mo. It's a good question.
What
is your craziest theory or quality of life improvement or addition to the Lightfall expansion, since they're talking about the showcase coming up? Anything that is nagging at you and you just hope it gets fixed or something new gets added, either a game mode or whatever else. Well, Mo, if you answer our question of the month, then you could answer that question for us.
What, put a team together?
Put a team. If Bungie put a team together for you to improve something in the future expansions or future part of Destiny, what would you have them do? But Bungie gives you a team. Let's just say it gives you a team of 15 people, and they're all experts in their field. And they're like, okay, you've been bitching and moaning forever. Here you go. You got these people, probably 15, probably $1.5 million in salaries there, per year. They get paid a lot. Anyway.
And hold on. I just thought about this. The title, you said quickest title. You said Enlightened.
I think it was Enlightened.
How the hell did you get Enlightened that fast?
It was a seasonal title.
Yeah, that's the one that you had to run Garden of Salvation like 40 different ways.
It's not the one. There's another seasonal one that's like that. I don't have my...
It's fine. I ain't got Destiny up right now either.
I've got Dim, but it would be that's a lot of buttons to press. It was a seasonal one back. I think it was early last year during the Beyond Light campaign. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up, Mo. But it was one of the seasonal ones. It was really easy to get. It just fit everything I like to play, and it made it easy enough. So,
gotcha. I was enlightened. I'm like, no, that can't be it.
Yeah, and Briggs, I'll send you a pamphlet, buddy. I got to send you your. You won some podcast swag. I'll send it to you with that. How about that? He won one of their drawings for last month.
Send him a pamphlet with it. Yeah,
I would say, that's our question of the month. What would I add? What would you add, Gator? Since I'm going to let you abstain because you're going to give us that answer in your question of the month.
Yeah,
right?
I have a speak pipe I'm putting in. I won't. If I wasn't going to put one in, I would give you one, but I have one in mind.
I would say the new light experience because I want people to love this game. I want to bring more people in to play it because it only helps us guys. The bigger the population is, the more money Bungie makes, the more they're going to hire, the more cool shit they're going to make for us. It's a win-win for everybody. yes, and you'll have more people in the EDZ shooting your shit and taking your bounties away. But yeah, I get that. But the new light experience is the easy answer. But I think it's time to come with a horde mode. I think it's time. I thought the bonfire bash was going to be a horde mode, and I was wrong. It's just kind of like it's kind of like the normal EAZ, except you don't have to go get chests. And there's no levels. I remember when we did horde modes. I'm speaking of horde modes. I'm talking about zombies in Call of Duty. My friends and I would have so much fun because I would get home from work at the end of the day after I got my shower and stuff, and I would sit down and say, okay, I'd look at the leaderboard for our clan, and I'd say, okay, this person did this. Oh, they're in first now. Fine. I got to get one level higher, one round higher than this person, and they'll get the message in the morning when they decide to play. They were on two different sides of the country. And that was always so much fun. Horde modes have leaderboards, attached to the horde modes where people can compete amongst the clan or communities. I think that would be a lot of fun. And just think, you can get all your gun bounties done. You can get all your red bars complete. You can get all that stuff done and have fun doing it. And you don't have to worry about, Grandmaster crap and getting one shot by a thrall and crap like that. It's just good fun. Something just to sit down and chill with, watch some YouTube, and just chill and have fun and try to beat your friends on the leaderboards. That's what I would do. That's just one of several things I would do. But all right. Hey, gang, as usual, thank you for all the input. Thank you for all the questions, all the speak pipes. I know we didn't answer all the speak pipes this week. We have a ton of speak pipes, and I want to save some for Hazel for next week. Some of these are something I think he could answer. I tell you what, we'll end on one speak pipe. How about that? All right, here we go. Yeah, this is apropos. This is from Minor. Here we go.
Dudes, question for all of you. What's your favorite emotes? If you have more than one, go ahead and lay them out there for us. Love the show. As always. Later, guys.
Thanks, Minor. Favorite emotes. Man, I have so many. It's my favorite
I
thing.
can tell you right now.
What is it?
It's the dog emote because what it supports, and it's a dog.
Okay. I'm going to my emotes.
I'm sorry. I'm not taking that emote off because of awesome. What.
Because I'm a dog.
Watching the video and knowing what I bought that for and everything.
Totally get it.
That's not leaving any slot. It's going to stay in its slot.
There's a new emote that I just picked up. It's like an Excalibur emote. It's where he pulls the sword out and lifts it straight up in the air.
Glaive? No,
it's not the glaive.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, not the glaive. Yeah. It's an actual sword. He lifts it up like Excalibur, and then he brings it down in front of his nose. I'm doing it real life right now. Brings it down in front of his nose like Excalibur in the King Arthur's Tales, and then he throws his hands up in the air and then swipes this long sword like left and right, and then he sticks it straight up in the air one-handed. I don't know what it's called, but that is my favorite emote right now.
That's Thundercats. Is
it Thundercats?
You literally described Lion-O.
Is that what it is?
That's what that reminded me of was Thundercats.
It reminds me of a Nintendo game too. There's a character who did that too. I can't remember it. I'm fading. Okay.
Nate? Oh my God! You almost made it through a whole episode without saying it.
I did. Yeah. Thanks, Minor. Appreciate that, man. All right. It is song time, and we have some announcements and stuff. So, Mr. Elmer Fudd, take it away.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah. Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Thank you, Mr. Fudd. This is the final segment of our show. This is where we pick our songs for, actually our song for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. A little sample of what the two of us here like to listen to, and we invite you to listen to it as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify. We have our Guardian Downcast podcast on there, but this is the actual playlist. It's on Spotify, and it's also on iTunes if you want to go to Apple Music and find it there. We now have 1,036 songs representing all of us and all of our guests since July of 2019. Last week, we just celebrated our 3 years of podcasting. So, we're continuing on with it. So I will start with you, Mr. RNGGator. What'd you pick for tonight, man?
Mine is from a little group called Bowling for Soup. I think I put one of their other songs on y'all's playlist called Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
This one is called Hello Anxiety. It kind of came up in my new music playlist, and I enjoy it. It's got a nice little punk beat to it. I like it. So,
yeah, I think that's your third one you picked. You put in our playlist. You must really like that group.
Oh yeah, I love this group.
It's like Missio, man. I love Missio. I should put a Missio song in today, but I'm not. The song I chose this week, they're from a heavy rock band. I wouldn't say they're metal. They're kind of heavy rock. They're not quite as hard as metal, but they formed in 2001. And what happened is the lead singer of this song actually had another band. They got signed by Atlantic Records, and it just wasn't working out. So Atlantic Records dropped them and, blew up their record deal, but they really liked the lead singer and said, you know what? We're going to handpick some people to be in your band, and you just be the front man. And the rest is history. So back in 2001 when they formed, I listened to everything they produced back then in early 2000. They produced 3 albums, in the 2010s since then, but, they just released a new album called Planet Zero. And it's really weird. It's kind of different than their usual music. It's more of a space oddity type of, experimental album they're doing. But I got to say, I like it. I get a lot of Muse feelings from this group as far as this album. And the song I chose is the title track. It's called Planet Zero, and the group is Shinedown. I like their groove, man. I like the detuned guitars, all that stuff. I love that heavy grunge type music. So that's what I got. A couple of announcements before we go. Hazel has posted a ton of, I think it's like a month and a half of scrims. And I'm going to be in the next one, which is this Sunday, I believe at 10 p.m. Eastern time. He's trying to move it around for different days because some people have to work and can't make it, and we're just trying to include everybody. So, kudos to Hazel. I'm fading. Kudos to Hazel for putting that together, and I've signed up for the one Sunday, so I'll be there with Mr. Monkey. Damn it, I did it again. With Kill a Monkey. I'm losing it, man. I did want to mention also, we have our question of the month for July. And here's the thing, guys. You only have 1 week left. I've gotten a few from some people, but I know there's people out there that need to send theirs in because it's a really good. I like this question. The question for July is something that a Cora's Assassin asked us long ago in a podcast question for the show, and we decided to use it for our question of the month. And it is, if Bungie assigned a small team of developers to you to improve one thing in Destiny 2, what would you do with them? What one thing would you focus on? Maybe even what new game type or activity would you add? It's wide open, so let us know. And we're going to need these answers by Thursday, July 28th. And on episode 158, Hazel's going to be back from vacation, and we will play all of our speak pipes. Maybe read a couple that people put into our Discord. And someone is going to win a $25 Amazon gift card. And I'm just curious to see what answers we get. Mention your gamer tag, by the way, so we know who you are. And again, answer our question. Visit speakpipe.com/GuardianDowncast. Or, the link right there in the show notes below you right there in the description. Click that thing. You'll get a big record button. Press the record button. Say your piece. Stop the record button. And it'll automatically go to our email, and it will be put in for our question of the month drawing. So please get it done, guys. Don't procrastinate. Let's get it done. The way we're doing our drawings this time around, and I think we did this last month, is all of the entries, whether they're in our Discord channel, thank you, RNGGator, question for the month channel in our Discord, where you can put them there as well if you want to get entered into the drawing, or in our speak pipes. Everyone will be in the drawing for the $25 Amazon gift card. But after that, all of our speak pipe answers, as you can probably tell, I like speak pipes. All of our speak pipe answers will be entered into a second and third drawing for some podcast swag. So make sure you get them in, guys. We really appreciate that. I love to see what answers you guys put out. So as Hazel would probably be telling me in my ear right now, get it on, man. Get on with it. Before we move, to our final goodbyes here, I wanted to play a speak pipe from Mr. Miner. He was one of our winners of our $25 gift card. And I'm just going to play it.
Dudes, this is Miner. Hey, just wanted to throw this out there. That first contest we had for Question of the Month ended up winning that gift card for Amazon. And I bought an immersion blender with it that, of all people, my son absolutely loves. I think he's used it at least once a day. Likes making milkshakes with it. I told him he needed to lay off, or we're going to have to make him exercise to burn off all the calories he's putting on. So thanks again, guys. Love the show. Later.
I thought you guys want to hear that. Thanks, Miner, for that. And again, congratulations, man. I believe Rodimus Prime was our winner last month. I don't know what he's done with his gift card, but hope he enjoyed that. And the podcast swag has been sent out as well. So thank you for that. Get those questions in, guys. I can't say it enough. Just a quick shout out to all our Patreon community out there. I want to give a shout out to our Dungeon Champion patrons, Scoot and the Scarlet KM, and our Raid Boss patrons, Jealous and Frostbite, for their support. You guys rock. Thank you very much for that. And a quick thank you to all our Patreons out there. Patreons? Sharp. Got to help me here, man. All of our patrons out there, you know who you are. The support goes right back into our community. I just want to say thank you. We did put out a new Patreon episode just last week, a little bit behind the scenes stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/supportguardiandowncast. And we have all kinds of different tiers, little extra perks. You can annoy me by changing my name in the Discord. Rodimus, thank you for that. Wait, who wrote that in the script? Never mind. Some cool benefits. Special badge in our Discord. We have a private Discord channel to chat in. No feedbacks, please. Thank you very much. And thank you again to all of our awesome members. Well, Gator, that's a wrap, man. I can't think of anything else we need to cover tonight. Did I forget anything?
We had one question from a Mr. Fudd.
Oh, okay.
That we forgot to ask. I just remembered it.
Uh-oh.
It was...
But it's on me, man. That's Gator.
Who is your favorite person you've ever had organize a raid?
Oh, man. That's a tough question.
I was going to say Kingsley, but, I guess I'll go with Fudd because I don't want to hurt his feelings. And since he was one of the original hosts of this podcast, I feel like he deserves that.
I'm going to have to say myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back doing it right now.
You choose violence. Got you.
No. I love you, Mr. Fudd. Kingsley, Sin, all you guys out there. Kato, you've been helping out. I think you helped out with the raid with the new guys. Salt. I mean, there's a ton of people in our community that jump in and help out with raids. But yeah, Elmer Fudd, I was very excited when you put yours together because I know you don't play Destiny as your main. And when I see you on Destiny and you want to play, I'm there, man, every time. And we have so much fun. It is so much fun doing a raid with you, man. So thank you for that. I hope you do it again once. I don't know, next week they're going to possibly announce the raid? I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. That's a wrap,
bring
guys.
Back Crota.
Yeah, oh God, don't say that. No. It'll be Wrath. My money's on Wrath. No, it's not. It's going to be King's Fall.
It's not.
It's going to be King's Fall. That's a wrap. Another episode in our collection for our listeners out there. We have 152 other, wait a minute. I got to update this. 156 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. And do us a favor, guys. I'm not very good with Google and social media. Certainly not with Reddit. I'm a total noob. And, we count on you guys, our community, to spread the word about us. If you guys like what you're listening to tonight, tell a friend that plays Destiny and say, hey, there's this new Destiny podcast. Check it out. We're not so new, but they don't need to know that. And yeah, spread the word. That's how we grow. I mean, I think we got 2 new members in the Discord just today. Man, it's just been fantastic. I'm just blown away. I really am. Thank you guys. RNG, thanks for filling in, man. We appreciate it. We'll definitely have you back on the show again. You're always
not a problem.
It's always refreshing because You don't quite give me the grief that Hazel does, so it's very refreshing. Yeah, I said that, Hazel. Thanks, man. We appreciate you coming on tonight.
No problem.
How can people find you, good sir?
You can find me on Twitter, Discord, as RNGGator or whatever I feel like changing my name to. You can find me on Steam, Xbox as RNGGator also.
Very good. You can find Hazel, Hazel NT everywhere and wait a minute, everywhere and I don't remember.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Anyway, you can find me, Todd the Gator, on Twitter. You can find me on Steam and PS5 as Gator, all caps, GATR. Don't forget those underscores. The same way on my YouTube channel, which actually we do post our Guardian Downcast podcast episodes every week on that channel as well. So jump in there, sub to the channel. That way you'll get alerted when our podcast drops if you like to listen to us that way. GuardianDowncast.com for all the information. Okay. You know I got to play a Scum Death Corner tonight. I think that's why everyone's still hanging out they're tired of hearing my ass, that's for sure. Uncle Scumdeath, what is going on in the UK today, brother?
Hello, and welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. You ain't going to believe this. This is just typical of me. On Saturday, my team, Plymouth Parkway, my local team, were playing in Cornwall. Tor Point, just over the ferry from me. So we got a bus into town, and then my brother and that was already over there because I'd played a gig the night before, so I got back a little bit late. So I managed to get a bus into town. I was pushing for time. Walked from town down to the ferry to get me over to Cornwall. So got over to Cornwall, had a 20-minute walk through Cornwall. That's pretty much most of Cornwall, actually. And we got to the ground. So we watched the football game, then came back, walked back, got on the ferry, jumped in a taxi the other side of the ferry, got home, was drinking all day, carried on drinking throughout the evening, then Sunday pissing about all day, and then I need to go to the shop in Sunday afternoon. I'm like, oh, where's my wallet? I'm like, oh, I can't find it. Searched around the house, searched everywhere, asked my brother if I'd left it down his house. No, nothing. So it's like, oh, here we go. I've lost my wallet again. I did that 2.5 months ago, but I actually found it. It's like, oh, this one's gone. Searched around the house, nothing. Well, okay, I'll leave it till Monday morning, and if nothing comes up, I'll cancel my card and get a replacement. But today it's Monday now. Today I was in work, so I phoned the ferry company, no wallet. Phoned the taxi company, nah, there's no wallet in the back of the taxi. Fair enough. So I was weeding, knelt down in a shrub bed, weeding. And I was like, right, I'll just cancel my card now. Like, I froze it so nobody could use it, when you lose it. So I froze the card yesterday, and then so I was like, right, today I'm going to cancel the card. So I cancelled the card. I was like, right, that's it. We'll send you another card, another cash card within 7 days. 5 to 7 days. Like, oh yeah, that'll do. And you ain't going to believe this. Within 2 minutes, I had a picture message from the girlfriend going, oh, here's your wallet. I'm like, are you kidding? It was in the only place I didn't look. It was somehow it was under a towel. And I do remember seeing these towels. I'm like, well, they're not going to be under there, are they? I mean, wallet's not going to be under there, under them towels. But apparently they were. So, fuck my luck. So, yeah, that's my luck. But I was speaking to my mate at work, and he's like, what you need is one of them wallets. It's got a chain on it, and you attach it to your belt. And I said, embarrassingly, mate, that is exactly what that wallet is. I just didn't attach it to my belt. But, I'd obviously unattached it at home after having a few beers and just threw it randomly somewhere in the house. So, yeah, that was my day. Anyway, so be lucky and keep your wallets attached to your belts and your purses. Anyway, love you all. Bye.
I've said it in past shows, and I'll say it again. I live my life vicariously through our crazy Uncle Scumdeath in the UK. It is so much fun hearing what he has to go through every week. And he's already got a Scumdeath Corner already lined up for next week. This is how quickly he gets these awesome accounts of his life every week. So thank you, Uncle Scumdeath.
Yeah. I feel like he has to do them when it happens or he'll forget.
Yeah. It's always walking home from band practice. What's going on at band practice? That's what I want to know. Thank you, brother. We love you. We appreciate everything you do for us, man. Hey, everyone, continue to be safe out there. And more importantly, hey, take care of one another.
The path to victory is long, but there's always hope. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Bye.
No, you got to do the get toddled.
I'm not Hazel.
Come on, man. You can do it. Come on.
No, that's his. I'm not stepping on his toes.
All right, fine. Thanks, man. That was fun. That was a fun night. Catch up on chat here. Holy crap. What did I miss? Oh my God.
Oh, shit happened. I can't
Is it Thundercat Scoot? I'm sorry, man.
Thundercats. Yeah. Do you see the GIF? Is that's what it looks like? If that's what you're describing.
Yes. That's it. Yes, that's it.
When did they have that emote? Because I would have bought
brand
it.
new.
I can't believe I missed
bought it. I think I bought that one. It was just so
Is it for like silver? Is it like this week?
I think it was last week. I don't remember where exactly I got it. I don't know if every week I look and see the new emotes.
I must have missed it.
I'll look it up. I'll tell you what, I'll look it up when I play Destiny next, and I'll do a little capture and I'll send it in, and I'll give you the name of it so you guys can look for it. So that one's hilarious, man. I love it. It's very cocky when you're in a group raiding or something.
All right. Night Demon says it's silver only. I'm going into Destiny. I'm going to find this.
I think I had to buy it. I bought a big chunk of silver because I was buying something. I can't remember. And I've
got 1,000 silver sitting in my thing. I was going to use it to buy that card for Solstice. Might waste some of my money on that shit. I'll go buy that emote before I'll buy that.
Hi.
Hey, how's it feel to be a mod? Pretty cool, huh? No one can mess with you anymore.
I've already
fucked
with everybody.
Oh my God. Did you visit the round table?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Very cool.
I'm the one that changed everyone's name to Gator.
Oh no. What did I do? What did I do?
You haven't done anything.
Oh my God. Oh, that's awesome.
It finally came to me. I was in band.